Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Misadventures, the Notable Nobodies here at Eurotwin Games. Having a bit of technical difficulty with the late start and potential for it to continue. Who knows? We'll see how the night goes. But when we last left off, before the holiday break, you all had investigated a issue with the bridge far along the river to the north. Battling orcs there, had been making your way back to discover a strange forest in the distance. Unable to pull yourselves from it, you had to investigate. And in doing so found a number of strange sections of plant life, trees that grew upwards in almost top-shaped bristles, coned rather than sloped down, multicolored fungus all over the place, some of which eventually came to life, trying to ensnare you and digest you however one might do that in its state. However, it was an abundance of rabbits as well as the prints of a very large rabbit that kept you maneuvering through the forest trying to find it.
I need to point out that Rico is the one who made that connection.
It is true.
All these smart people around here, and I'm the one who made the connection.
It is true.
Smart people.
I don't know if I would consider myself smart.
I would.
You're smarter than I am.
He's the smart one. I'm just the lovable one.
Are those the rules we've decided on?
Clearly.
Those are our rules.
But unable to ever really find this rabbit, you settled for one of the standard size rabbits around for a meal and left the forest as the dangers continued to grow more and more so, almost too much for you to handle so recently after your battle with the orcs. So you return back to Genhat, where after a bit of conversation with Jamuel, receiving some items, a new jersey sent to you from your family, Kesta, you decided to try and find Graveli, the hunter of the area, to find out what he may know of this forest area. Finding it difficult, as he rarely is in town, and when he is, not very often for long, Kesta decided, rather than search him out, to simply plaster the side of the castle, your mobile headquarters at the front of Jinhat, with a large sign of multiple pieces of parchment and ink, simply telling Graveli to find the Nobodies.
I mean, it's a good plan, and if it works, then we have a sort of Graveli signal that we can just keep around, and whenever we need Graveli, we pop it up there, shine a light through it up into the
Somehow
sky.
you guys have just morphed yourselves from the Batmen into the Gordons and somehow made this NPC the main focal, hero of this story.
Yeah.
Alright, then, Commissioner Nobodies. That's where we'll pick back up, as you've now just finished putting your sign up.
I was watching you train, wasn't I?
Yes, and I
The
was
sour
watching you use all
looks
of my
from
ink.
Katya.
Look, I can get us some more ink. It'll be okay. But this is a good idea in the meantime.
I do not look convinced. Also, I only have 5 silver, no ink, and no parchment left. So, now I'm sad and I need to go shopping. I don't think I have enough money to buy those things though, so I'm just going to sit there and be like, dang it. Wait for them to come back.
Oh, we're just sitting right there.
Oh, I thought
He's just training away from the wagon. We're just right there in our little campsite.
Okay.
I'm sitting with the owl while he does it.
Jamuel, do you think that you could send something to Kaimel and try to get us some more ink and parchment?
I could probably send something out. It'd take a few days to get it.
Elven fairy tale book?
I mean, that might be a little bit harder to find, but I can certainly ask.
Important research.
Alright, well, I take a little bit of the leftover parchment and leftover ink and I start writing down a list. I give it to Gemma. You take care of this. Maybe we can like hire somebody to drive the cart around in a circle around the
I got nothing else going on right now. I'll do it.
until Gravelli comes to us.
Yeah.
You would know in your time in Jinhat, there's not much driving around
We're pretty
the
well.
village, as it's essentially a dirt path that just leads into a collection of buildings pressed right up against the forest.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And yet, you wasn't.
You know, you just kind of take it around
that center
however is
circle.
possible through the thing. Take it through the center and around the outside.
Oh, so
That
you
center
just
road.
like go around the little oval area.
Just a show of force, you know.
Okay. So, is that what you do then?
I will drive the cart around in the circle. My ears are like down.
How long are we going to spend? Are we going to spend doing this?
Well, no, we find somebody and we.
I'm
we
not
have
paying someone to do this.
I gotta be honest.
I mean,
I
we're
don't
pretty
want
much just
someone
made
else driving our cart.
It is cheap. It can't cost that much to have somebody spend a day driving around in a circle.
I mean, we could also just go look for him,
Yeah.
or we could just wait for him to see the sign,
We do that at the same time. All right, fine.
and then if we find him before he sees the sign, then we wasted our money on that guy driving the cart around.
Yeah,
I feel like we wasted our money on all the ink and parchment.
I didn't waste any of my money on it.
Yes, I didn't either.
Just staring at the side of it.
He says that as
Sad.
high five. Are we gonna go find him? Are we gonna wait for him to find us? What are we doing?
All right, we'll just leave the thing here and we'll go and look for him.
Januel's still here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, if he comes, he can talk to Januel.
Oh yeah, I don't go to many other places for all.
Do you remember what we were supposed to ask him?
Yeah, we were gonna ask him about the owl bears. If that's normal for them to be so close. We
Right.
were also gonna ask him about the bunny rabbits
Giant bunnies.
and that weird foresty thing.
We have to ask Gygax if he knows about giant bunnies.
And I feel like there was something else, but I can't get my notes open quickly.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
And I am going to give Januel.
I feel like there was something else, but I don't think I wrote it down.
Making sure I actually have Gravelli's name written down so I can actually remember to use it correctly when I meet the guy.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, that's what you asked me about. That's why you want Elven Fairy Tales.
Yes.
Okay.
I will. If you're done training, I'm going to ask you if your parents might have some old Elven fairy tale books and if they would be willing to send them to you. Because I found your story quite interesting.
Sell them to me.
Sell them. Send them.
Oh, I thought you said sell them.
Sell as well.
Oh no! Send. Yeah, for
Well,
nostalgia purposes.
I could write a letter seeing if someone could send, looking to send for them. I don't know if we still have them around. or
I
not.
would appreciate that very much. I'm quite interested. Anyways, so Gravelli, we need to go find Gravelli.
Yeah. While we're getting ready to go and find him, I'm going to give Januel money
Oh, yeah.
for however he decides to go and send off for parchment and ink. Kesta doesn't have much else to spend her own money on, so feeling a little bit bad, but not putting that out there. She's going to put 10 of her own gold and 1 gold from the party fund towards trying to get Januel to get us a bottle of ink and 10 pieces of parchment.
How much is parchment?
Not that much.
It's 1 silver apiece and 10 gold apiece for
Oh,
one
ink.
bottle of ink.
Sorry, like I don't have enough money to get ink.
I'm gonna go write out a letter to home real quick.
Oh,
Asking.
I look sadly at his ink.
yes, you just got a fresh thing of it yesterday.
Yeah, I'll write to Nemia asking her to look around in my room, and I assume we have some kind of like little library or somewhere else that books are for any Elven fairy tale kids
Oh, yeah.
books.
Any
Some-
explanation given, or just, hey, find these and send them if you can?
And then I might ask her to, if she knows anything, I'll write that symbol out and ask her if she knows anything about that symbol as well, or has ever come across it, and then ask her how she's doing. All that good stuff.
Yes, how are you?
Oh yeah, how are you doing? Sounds like a rich person.
Well, I'm gonna ask that first, and then say that one of my traveling
Sounds like you took notes from Kesta's dad's writing.
acquaintances,
You're writing to who?
Form letter.
Nima,
Jim, you'll write this letter for me.
because I just assume my parents aren't home.
Okay. Anything else?
No,
Off to find Gravelli.
I just sit there and say.
Just you wait. We're gonna come back, and he's gonna be waiting here at the thing, and you guys are gonna be thanking me.
So we're going into the woods then to find them?
Yeah, they said it usually comes pretty close to town in the woods, so if we just kind of.
While we're exploring the woods, I want to look for more ingredients for cooking.
Any particular area of the woods that you enter into?
Closest to town, kind of central probably, and then
Wooded
or one
parts.
end, or work our way down, or.
Did you say the wooded parts?
We've been here for how long, and we've not ever seen Gravelli.
It's been about 3 weeks.
The man's
or so.
dead.
You killed him?
We didn't do it.
That's fair.
So are we like gonna start at one end and work our way down, or?
Mystery.
Okay.
I walk into the woods. Just closest. There's some woods and I just walk in.
He's not wrong. Look.
Those are certainly woods.
Follow him.
Alright. Then you head into them, attempting to find Gravelli. Are you looking for what?
I'm looking for ingredients for food.
Okay.
I will look
Then
for
you can roll an investigation check.
humanoid tracks going. I'd like to use my passive investigation, which is a 17, because I am now observant
8.
as we walk.
I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for. Yeah, walking through. People up, like, see if anything's been walked through.
Alright, roll an investigation check.
23?
Anything for you, Kesta?
I'll be just kind of perceiving, trying to
Just
like
looking around?
looking into the trees
Trying
and
to
stuff.
find a campsite
Not
or
good at
something
the
of that
whole-
nature.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and roll a perception.
Try this new dice. This new die. Good. You said perception?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, another dice that likes to roll 5.
Treating you well then.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
You all head off, following momentarily behind Rico before it doesn't take you long to realize that he's apparently here looking for ingredients more than anything. As you see him just start walking and investigating sections of bush that for far too long than he should be.
I don't think he's in there.
Well, duh.
All right then.
As you are commenting on how he may not be in that section of bush, you do notice a clear set of, not tracks necessarily, not footprints, but kind of like what you were looking for. There's a section near of this of brush that is oddly torn open, maybe not in the middle but to the side, and seems to have been, as your attention is drawn to it, maneuvered through fairly often enough to keep it at about a 2-foot section broken apart, though you can tell as the roots meet up near the bottom that it is one bush, but someone or something felt it quicker to just go through it than try and make it around this section of thick brush.
Does that look like somebody went through there a lot?
Yes.
Yes.
Frequently as well. That's what you
Let's
just
follow
said.
them.
That's what you just
I
said.
go back into the bush.
And this section of bush doesn't seem to have any ingredients, unless you think you can do something with the bush.
No.
You just hear the whole bush out. You're just like, all right, let's go, guys.
No, I gave myself a check to see him. He wouldn't take the whole bush.
Just part of it.
Just tear half of it up for science.
I'm gonna go through the space.
I as well.
You leave him behind as he continues to just slightly pull at it before, and just leave the bush behind.
I can just imagine you guys have no idea what the hell I'm doing. What are you doing in that bush?
Does he think the bush is him?
He's a master of stealth.
You've never seen him and the bush in the same place at the same time.
This is true.
I like when we're still comparing him to Batman. Wait up, I'm coming.
You follow through, kind of pushing through the section of brush more so with your large frame and armor. As you follow along, you notice not as clear, but continuing for the next few feet after this, there's the occasional section of thin branch or twig on a section of tree that is broken on multiple sections, leading you further along in this general direction. You travel like that for about 30-40 feet deeper into the forest before that source of tracking seems to fade, and you can continue looking around for tracks.
Can I continue looking for food?
I would continue
Alright.
looking for tracks.
Yeah, same thing.
Got that one.
Okay.
Finds another bush.
12.
Are you still perceiving?
I will instead shout out his name.
Okay. You just start shouting out Reveille.
It's not usually the best idea in the woods.
Yes.
But,
I guess, yeah. It's kind of close to
Yeah,
town,
you're
though.
less than 100 feet from the city still, or from the village still.
Yeah, it's safe.
you spent lots of time in the woods, have you?
No.
Okay. I'll just passively investigate, looking around.
Okay.
I like this new feat.
As you are getting a sense of your surroundings during the brief bits of this conversation, you do start to notice what are clearly not anything recent, but almost elongated small boot prints in the ground heading off in a direction to your left from where you've lost your previous bit of tracking. As you are noticing those, Rico, you find along a section of tree to the right of you at this point that you've stopped a fairly concealed, though about maybe size of two of your heads, bush dotted with a multitude of vibrant orange berries.
Ooh. What would it be to figure out what these berries are?
Nature.
Good, another intelligence check. I'm good at those. It's a 19.
As you look at them, you don't recognize the berries per se, but you recognize the bright coloration to mean that while it's not a guarantee, there's a good chance these may be poisonous.
It's like the mushrooms all over again.
I'll grab some and put them in my bag.
Evil campaign.
Guys, there's some footprints over this way. I think this might be the direction he heads from here.
Yeah, let's head that way ourselves then.
And as you grab a handful of the berries,
How much would I have gotten?
a handful, you would have gotten 11 individual berries. Then you all follow the tracks that have been pointed out. One of you can roll me a survival check to follow them.
We all look at Rico.
Oh, did you want me to follow
Yeah.
them?
I point
Yeah!
and go.
I'm not doing it now.
You're the best one. That's why.
Well, you didn't have to be rude.
I wasn't. I was waiting for you to be done with the berries.
12.
You follow them, though more than once you're having to turn back towards the rest of the group as you yourself lose them before the continuation of them is pointed out to you, and you continue following along. It leads you certainly further away from the village itself, though not in a direct line away from it. You're kind of moving at a slight angle, putting a bit of distance every few feet, maybe another foot further from the city. But the tracks weave and bob. They'll keep a general precision. And every so often you would notice that they seem to stop near a base of a tree and then pick up on the other side of the tree.
Like you climb up it.
You can roll investigation on the trees to see if there's any sign of...
Can I just climb up the tree and see if there's a hunting space up there?
Yeah, you can climb up the trees. There's no stands or anything set up.
I got an 8.
Alright.
A 10.
It's hard to really tell. There's certainly no dig marks from where he used any tools if he were to have climbed it, so it's hard to really tell if someone was climbing this recently.
You can tell that.
Well, yeah, you
Come
can
back
tell
down
that
and
there's
that's like-
recently a large cat or feline creature clawing up
There seems to be a large cat around here.
I jump back down.
Huh,
Where?
There she is.
Oh. Right, yes. Yes. I don't know why he goes up there, or I don't know if he goes up there.
Oh, let's continue following.
When we find him, we can ask.
Alright.
You continue along for about another 15-20 minutes, putting now, you're sure, a decent bit of distance between you and the city. Then give me perception checks.
Can I take my passive?
I guess, yeah.
I'm not really sure how the observant feat works, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not usually a big fan of passives, but...
Okay, well I can... That's a nat 1. That's one. Oops. I pay no attention.
I got an 18.
I got 7.
6? Wasn't sure if that was 6 or 15.
That's fair.
If it was 15, I'd be like, yeah, I got 15.
Yeah, it's Logan. He'd be excited he got something above a 10.
I'm distracted by the
Which I
trees.
have not gotten in the last 4 rolls.
As you continue along, following the tracks, the occasional stopping at trees, looking up them, Katya vanishing as she climbs up, climbing back down. Throughout your now 40 minutes or so of travel, looking around the woods for him, you've come across 4 different trees that he seems to just travel up and over or through. No really ever any sign exactly what he's doing. Until the 3 of you, staying behind Rico as he's following the tracks, are unable to pick up on it, though you, Rico, at the front of the group, still following the tracks, hear the faintest sound of a branch or twig snapping somewhere ahead.
A twig broke up there. Maybe it was a branch or a twig or somebody stepped on something. What's up there?
Do you want us to check it out, or just not go up there?
Do I want to check it out? Or do you want... What?
I said, do you want, like, I can go check it out?
Sure, go ahead.
Or
I don't have to do it. Hell yeah.
we could all go together, that was what I was asking.
I can just yell his name again and see if he comes.
What if it's not him?
And then don't do a deal with
One
it.
of two things happens. We either don't find out who it is because they run away, or we do find out because they come and find us.
Does the cat sneak? Does the cat not sneak? What's happening?
Hey, you go ahead.
17 stealth.
I would come with you, but I really don't trust my dice.
No, I could go with it.
Yeah.
I
I don't like it.
You sneak ahead. How far ahead?
I'm trying to find that noise that he said, so probably not more than like, you said you heard it ahead, so like 60 feet maybe, and then, or here, I can go
Not that far.
80 feet. before I have to.
40.
I can do cat things to run back. Was my thought.
Yeah, but you can only go half your speed while sneaking.
Oh, okay. 40. Well, if I run back, I'm not going to be sneaking.
Well, yeah, but if
I
you're
just wanted to
sneaking-
be within distance that I could get back to you within like 6 seconds.
Yeah, but if even if you're like moving like that or whatever, you can still only go half your movement speed because you move at slow speed while stealth.
That's what I'll drop stealth if I find something I need to run back to you guys.
Okay.
I just want to be within distance to.
As
Yikes.
you sneak forward, nothing ever comes directly into view. You walk ahead.
Yeah.
The forest continues around.
I turn around and go back. I'll still stay stealth because I don't want you to find me by myself.
As you continue back, you would notice a variance in about no more than 5 or 10 feet ahead of where Rico stands. Have you moved since? And just another 5 or 10 feet ahead of where he stands, the tracks that you've been occasionally having to re-point out to him seem to just stop.
Guys,
Yes.
just kind of breaking to like these tracks just kind of stop right here. I didn't see anything up there.
Is there a tree or anything around them?
Oh, there are trees everywhere.
I mean, like where the
But-
tracks.
Is
Oh,
it
it's,
like-
it's not like the previous ones. It didn't go right up to the tree. It's just kind of in the middle of whatever direction this person had been going, and then the track stopped.
Now might be the time to say that. I mean, if he's just disappearing.
Yeah, I mean, no reason to be scared. Gravelli!
I start searching for more food.
Alright.
Gravelli, we're from the
Question, if you don't really
village.
do passives, can I change the feat that I took?
I mean,
I
you
was like-
can, or I can try to. I don't feel like if you're an adventurer, you should always be actively doing something. Like, I've never thought like the idea of, oh, we're just passively always paying attention. No, you're not. You're not always paying attention.
Right.
Even if you're trained, you're not always paying attention.
Okay. Well then I'll just change it.
What was your role?
For my investigation, 3.
Oh, it's been a real fruitful.
I'm
gathering.
in woods I don't know. Like I'm not sure what's edible and what's not.
That's fair.
Is that pun intended?
Alright, so then are we we're perception then, right?
I was looking for more food.
19.
So you're just looking around.
I'm trying to if there's any reaction to the yelling of the name.
I'm trying to discern whether or not this person just like ascended or if they just like leapt to like. I'm gonna just investigate to see like
Alright, roll
where they went.
investigation.
Did they ascend? let's figure that out.
23.
As you start calling out, getting no immediate reply to your first few shouts, you go looking around for more bushes, things that could be used as food or herbs. As you start looking around trying to figure out what exactly happened, you start to notice a very faint continuation of tracks veering off heavily, and as you look around having to move around bits of leaf and loose dirt, you can tell there is clear effort put behind trying to mask the tracks as they lead off to the side nearer to a grouping of trees.
I whistle. And, someone's been trying to cover up their tracks, it seems.
Okay.
Oh,
Did quite a good job of it too. It leads off to these trees over here.
Okay.
just walk up and
I
yell.
walk up to the trees, like
Go
the
with them.
grouping.
Yeah,
Hello?
as you go up to the general direction, you can't see
Yeah.
whatever tracks he points out. They're still too well hidden. You start saying hello.
Mm-hmm.
There's no immediate response.
I walk around the grouping of trees.
trees.
I
Bailey,
stick with Rico.
I have some exciting. We have some exciting hunting prospects. If you're interested, we kind of like your help.
That's what we were gonna ask. It's the hunting prospects. If we could bring more hunters.
It's like rabbits and owl bears and stuff like that.
Roll perception checks, everyone that's standing around this area.
Yes.
10.
6.
I rolled a 2, so 2.
Got a 9.
So 9 is the high?
I got a 10.
Okay, 10's
Thank you very much.
All right, Rico's dice. You get to go into jail for now.
I
We're
feel.
gonna start using Blue Boy.
Can I roll a persuasion check for my trying to entice him with hunting project?
Sure.
If it's even him.
Turns out it's just like a goblin.
Are you? That's a natural 1.
New dice not helping so far.
So 7 if that counts.
There's no response. None of you hear or see anything. Circling the tree, Rico continuing to get nothing.
Well, we just walk in there, or
Yes.
I'm with Rico, just to be clear. Yeah, like,
Oh, we're going like it's a grouping of trees, correct?
Yeah, it's a thicker section of forest, and this is like the beginning of it, where you've been kind of following the tracks along not a path necessarily, but a area of forest that was only more so dotted with trees rather than thickly covered in them.
All right, and we go, and I just walk in.
I cast mage armor since I'm starting to get a little more nervous.
As you walk in, the rest of you following behind Rico.
yep, I'm right with Rico.
I will also cast Mage Armor, just like, I don't think we're going to find anything but safe and sorry.
Head in, entering into the thicker section of forest, leading the way.
Hey, something occurs to me as we walk in. We said that we're the notable nobodies because we haven't actually met this guy. And we're just strangers walking in the woods calling out for him right now.
Yeah, I mean, does he even know who we are?
I figure it's a small town, they all pretty much know who we are. But you might not know who we...
We're the notable nobodies, if that helps.
As you start calling that out after this brief bit of muffled conversation, give me a dex save, Rico.
Damn
Of
it!
course. Sorry.
Traps.
That one.
As you're mumbling back and forth, Katya and Kesta, and then you turn to call this out, you just finish it as you hear a sudden call of reaction and surprise from Rico, looking forward just as he's flipped feet up and pulled straight into a tree.
Huh. You're just hanging in front of Chris now?
Now you see about his chest
What the stopped?
and up, hanging from a section of branches. You can feel your feet kind of being pressed up against the actual tree limbs of the branch under the leaves.
So there's a trap here. I found it.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah.
Yep.
1 second, I'll be right up. Let me see if I can undo it without just dropping you on your face.
Sounds good. I'll
All
just
right.
hang out.
We're the note. Yeah, Kesta, you should announce us real quick. I'll climb up there.
So just tell me where it's got to be tied off down somewhere down here.
Yeah, I'll go.
As
See if
you
I can find
start
out.
climbing up there to roll an investigation to find the area that he's tied up in.
I don't.
It's like
I
right
can't
by
do
my
that.
feet.
7? Yeah, I don't investigate. This is a bad plan.
It's kind of difficult to find as it's fairly masked with branches, but you eventually follow what is clearly just a fairly tightly wound rope up through the section of bent over branches to where it's tied up on a section of pulley, you can tell, that goes down, lost between other sections of branch along the way. But you start to go over there, you're going to just cut it, or...
No, that's why I specifically wanted to see if I could find wherever it's tied off so I don't just drop him on his face.
Alright, looks like wherever it's tied off on goes off at a heavy angle further into the either branches, kind of down away from everything.
Kesta, have you announced who we are at this point?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
And give a roll of perception check.
Okay.
Like I said, with the notable nobodies, we're here to help Jin Hat.
That's an 8. You're bad.
You then
Okay.
continue to hear Kesta call that out as you follow the rope
Alright.
off.
I'm like
way.
calling out to Rowan, like, okay, it's this way, it's over this way, because he was gonna meet me at the bottom. So,
Alright, so you're following her directions as to where it may be going.
Yes.
Alright, so you head off a bit away from
I'm going to
where-
be keeping an eye out for freaking traps. No, as well.
Roll an
That's
investigation
fair.
check as you make your way over there.
Just had to figure out how much
Our
I would
dice
need.
did not appreciate the holiday.
How much
I either
would
roll a 3
I would
or
roll
16.
300
There's no in between.
all of my stuff.
Can I see that one?
As you make your way in the general direction that you're being laid out to,
So now all I can see is Kesta.
yep. You
I'm just standing in one spot.
continue to follow. Do you continue to like work your way through the branches in the
Yeah.
direction that the
Yeah, I'm gonna try to follow it.
You continue to even hear the occasional shift in branches. You believe at least that would be Katya following in the same general direction. As you start to see it almost vanishing down towards what would be below the nearest section of branch, roll a perception check.
We're so bad at life. Oh.
It's kind of hard to really spot the whatever rope is, even as Katya is telling you that it seems to be jutting out of the actual branches themselves and should be visible. You glance around at the trees, at the branches, the leaves that you can see, and are unable to discern any difference between them and any potential rope. You don't see anywhere it could be tied off on. As the two of you are over there looking at that, roll a perception check, Kesta.
Alright, which one of these dice should I
Burns
use this
fourth
time?
down.
Wow.
That's a 5, so 5.
Cool.
Oh man.
Rico, roll a perception check.
12.
Ooh, high roller over here.
You didn't have to show us all.
You felt the shift in tree pressure around as you're more than half buried in a tree at this point. As between that and the calls out from Katya, you've associated with Katya going further and further away from where you currently hang. And then suddenly you feel a heavy give to it and are almost pulled up another inch or two.
Whoa. Did you guys find it?
Do I see the rope move next to me?
No, the rope doesn't move.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Or
As
just sitting
you
above
start
it.
saying that, kind of in a bit of a twirling pattern, you come back towards where Kesta is and see about 15, 20 feet behind her, just at the entry point of the thicker section of brush, a small, maybe 3 or so foot tall, cloaked individual with a bow drawn at
Kesta!
What? I turn around.
As you turn around, you see the cloaked figure. You don't come to forests very often, do you?
I tend to stay away from forest. There's a lot of dirt and stuff here.
But being as loud as you are isn't gonna help you avoid any of that.
Are you Gravelli?
I am, otherwise I don't think I'd be standing here watching you.
Well,
I
that's
raised
good,
my
at
hand, but
least.
it's more like pointed down. Can someone get me out of this tree, please?
We're working on
Working
it.
on it.
I'm surprised they haven't found it yet. I didn't try hard.
You haven't met them.
What are you doing here then?
We come to speak to you. Hurry up, please.
With that,
Working
you're
on it.
eventually able to
Yeah.
follow it easily enough. You watch Katya kind of emerge from a section of tree, and with that, notice a bit of rope going down about 3 feet below where the actual leaves are on a tree, and just wound about it a few times and nodded off.
Alright, well, there you go. If you hold on, I'll untie it, and then we can lower him gently. Alright. We'll do that.
You go about fairly. You feel Rico suddenly instant give before it catches again, and then you feel yourself slowly. Actually, give me a.
I
One of you
weigh.
give me a strength check with advantage.
I was gonna say I weigh a little over 300 pounds with all my gear.
Good!
Me too.
Oh, isn't that good?
You have advantage.
You can
Yes.
do this. I believe
No! Why are you letting him roll?
Can I go over?
Hey!
That's why.
Thank God for advantage.
Otherwise, you were smashing the ground.
Let's see.
I like how you let him be the one who decides the roll. We know he can't roll.
Advantage is a different monster. Entirely.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, can I like go over underneath and like
Get crushed by him.
if he
Can I
starts to
sacrifice
fall,
my body?
I'm backing up.
You
But if he comes down,
you just want to pretend that you put forth the effort.
if he
got
comes
you,
down
Ugo.
slowly, then I'll kind of just like get him to his feet as he comes.
Gotcha. Oh, no, he fell. But you feel a few moments where you almost, but then you're lowered down, can brace yourself along the ground as it's only after your hips touch that the last bit of it kind of lets go, as you guys can no longer really hold on to it any longer.
Wrap my feet, stand up.
As the two of you then are able to retrace your steps along the
Stand up a
forest
little too
round back
fast.
towards Kesta and
Head
Rico,
rush.
and spot the small cloaked figure.
Does he still have his bow drawn?
Yes, he's still looking back and forth at you all.
I'm gonna start walking towards him.
Is there a reason you had to...
No, there's no reason to be getting any closer. I'm not exactly sure who y'all are just yet. Anyone can be out here shouting names.
We were sitting here by the Continental Watch, to set up an outpost in Jinhat.
Yes.
We just got back from checking out the Orcs of the Bridge. From,
First one. Naragu.
Norinega sent us there.
Naragu sent us there.
Yes. I don't know who you're talking about.
That's who I meant.
I know Naragu.
Yeah.
He's got a problem with names.
Very well,
I don't.
well then I guess, what do you need me for then? As he then releases the tension on the bowstring.
Why are you looking at me?
Well, like I said, we have hunting issues, and we were kind of looking for your help with some.
What do you know about giant rabbits?
That's one of them.
That
Like-
they,
Big rabbits.
they're more food than the usual ones.
See, that was my thought too, but there's like apparently some up to the north.
Alright, well, that's...
It is the north, right? It's like a northwest-ish.
Yeah.
Just out in the plains.
Yeah, along the river there, by the bridge. That's where we saw it, right? As the guys were coming down the road.
Yes. We came across a strange kind of outcropping of trees and such. And that
Yeah.
was...
Really weird,
Out
like
along
trees
the
with
forest.
domes.
That's,
Like were spirally trees.
Yes, they were all...
The mushrooms trying to kill us.
The leaves grew on the inside of the trees. So it's weird.
There was those weird bush plant thingies that blew up when we hit them with a hammer.
I mean no disrespect, but you all haven't been drinking with...
No, I still have some of the parts, and I'll like bring out some of the leaves and stuff of the thing that attacked us, and like a piece of the mushroom and stuff. Like, look at the size of this thing. This is clearly not a normal mushroom.
the scraps that you have.
Yeah,
of
they're
the-
not anything at all.
Yeah, it's hard to really tell anything from what you have, but
Oh yeah. They look like they had a big eye, and they are like made of leaves and stuff like that, and they just kind of bonked you.
that's
And then you
certainly
hit
the
with a
material
hammer and they
we've
go-
got here, but this isn't anything that I'm used to seeing. These trees that you mentioned aren't anything that should be growing on Keybric, I can tell you that.
Yeah, we thought they looked weird too.
Where should
Do
they
they-
be growing?
Not if they're exactly as you described them. I can't think of anywhere, but I guess I haven't traveled the world, but
Is that where we found
Hmm.
the owl bears as well?
No, the owlbears were before that, before we got to the bridge. Those were up by the farms.
Okay.
And there's also a grove with some owlbears in it by the farms.
is that so?
Yep.
And I guess there's a few different sections of forest out around them.
Yeah.
Y'all take care of that then, I imagine, right?
Yeah, Not yet.
The mother defended her cubs ferociously.
Huh. That's what an owlbear will do.
Yes, we came across them at an inopportune time. We had just finished fighting.
We were on our way to defend the bridge.
Oh,
We also had just fought a bunch of badgers.
There's that.
Ah, yes, we've got those running around as well.
they're
Maybe a
large
problem.
badgers.
Sometimes can be more fierce than the owlbear.
There's like 4 of them, 5 of them. And some owlbears.
Is it normal for owlbears to be that close to the edge of the forest?
No, well, pretty much just depends on wherever they decided to set up a home of sorts. If there weren't any caves in the area, they might have found just anything that worked, taken it, regardless of how close it was. But I'm more interested in this forest that you all are talking about. You say... Do you think you covered everything?
As far as we could tell, but
We're
we
definitely
kind of didn't want to
really
stay there because there was
large
some weird stuff.
Well,
We never saw the good things.
We did never find any of the large rabbits that we initially went in to look for.
well, I gotta say, my interest is a bit piqued. From my knowledge, we're talking about a forest that shouldn't be there, and trees that shouldn't be there. Possible creatures that are really strange to be there.
Well, that's why the watch sent us to investigate any weird stuff that's going on.
No, other than
That's what we were going to ask him about. How good the hunting was around here and if it could be a possible resource to benefit the town. That's what we were going to ask him.
I'm gonna have to go check this out for myself. Is y'all looking to have any surveying done or anything? I might be able to help you out with that. Go give it a look, see if I might be able to find anything for you. Give you a bit of a heads up as to what to find in this forest.
That would be
Yeah,
just be scouting down and then go back. We also had the owlbear deal with.
Suppose I should finish up here. Things haven't been very exciting today until I heard you all traipsing about behind me.
Yes.
As he then kind of looks towards you. Sorry about the trap, but
Yeah.
as I said, I don't know who's following me.
But it's fair. Yeah. No harm, no foul. Hey, can you show me some of the stuff that's edible that we can find in these woods? Because I know these aren't, and I pull out a handful of berries. These are
As
poisonous.
soon as you pull them out, he's like,
I'm like, these are poisonous. I know. I'm
You don't-
research.
Well, I don't know what kind of research you're doing, but I'll just pretend you didn't say that.
How poisonous are those?
No, but I mean, they might make you sick for a bit if you eat a whole lot of them. They're not. We're not talking.
You're not.
eat
I'm
'em-
not gonna feed them to you.
We're not talking eat
Probably.
one and you die. And nothing like that.
Okay, good.
I mean, unless you're a small bird or something. I suppose if you eat one as a small bird, you might die. But
It's a good thing.
I'm not feeding them one to your bird either. Don't worry.
I don't think he would.
I wouldn't. That actually didn't cross my mind at all.
It didn't.
I also forgot that Allison's not playing a rogue this time. So I was thinking of poison for poisons and stuff.
I dipped my claws in poison.
There's no way that can go wrong for you.
I know.
just push a berry at the end of each claw.
It just makes you sick, so it's just like, alright, make a con save, you shit yourself.
Okay, that was almost really bad.
Almost had a spit take to give.
Oh, I'm so glad that didn't happen. Alright.
But I suppose I'll just go ahead and gather my things here and head back to town then. Don't recommend you hang out too often, and I'll get you a list of some things you might want to keep an eye out for if you plan on coming out here very often.
Sounds good.
That'd be great.
Could you come by our, where we're set up outside of town sometime so we could discuss the hunting around here?
Oh, we're set up outside of town in a wagon.
Oh, you're the wagon, all right.
Yeah.
We got a banner there now for you.
For me.
Yeah.
Why?
Because we were looking for you. I figured if I put it up there, that maybe you'd
And
come
you're at
find
the
us.
front of town.
Yep.
I would have never seen it. I don't think I've gone through the front entrance of town in maybe over a year.
It was still a good idea, okay?
Man, I'm really glad she didn't waste my money on it.
I don't know
Yes.
everything.
Yes, I have my own special multitude of entrances to the city. Why would I use such a noticeable
I
one?
bet you it's the woods.
Probably, yeah.
So then, back to town? Back to town, and I just walk off in a direction.
Is it the right direction as we watch him?
You are certainly not heading the right direction, but Rebelli doesn't correct you.
We go.
What if we just don't tell him? What if
We go.
What?
I
Oh.
think we came from that way.
I was testing you.
we definitely...
How are you supposed to learn survival techniques if you don't know how to survive in the wilderness? And I walk towards town where they tell me to go.
That doesn't make any sense. What do you mean?
I mean, well,
Pop quiz.
Let him have it.
first you got to
Keep
learn your
walking.
directions.
You have 3 to survival. We have
Yeah.
the same plus to survival.
I know. That's why I'm not sure why I'm always the one rolling it.
Because actually I don't now. I have
I'm
a 2 because
also-
it was because my wisdom went up. But now I have to figure out what to do with that.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who's proficient in it.
Yeah, I'm not proficient.
Me too. I get a +0 and everything.
I get a big +2 investigation. Unfortunately, I pretty much roll 3s.
Unfortunately, you're Logan.
But do you follow the exact path that you had been following to get to this point, or do you having a general sense of whereabouts the city?
Am I still
village is from
leading?
here?
Yeah,
We're not following the same path if I'm still
I
leading.
figure he just goes in a straight direction. I follow him.
You redirect him and point him in whereabouts you believe the city should be, and watch as he just starts plowing through brush and bushes, following behind him. It is perhaps a more physically taxing trek, but as you emerge from the forest line into the back corners of Jinhat, you realize that you probably shaved about 10 minutes off your time.
We've made it.
New best time.
Totally worked.
And it's now nearing the late afternoon, early evening hours, maybe about 4 or so.
Would I have to give my letter to Jamuel, or is there like a place in town I could have it sent off from? Or
There's nowhere in town that does that. You would pretty much have to hope Jamuel can arrange something of that measure, or wait until someone happened to be stopping by that was on route to where you're heading, which is how a lot of people in Jinhat do that.
all right, I will ask when we get back. I'm going to ask Jamuel about it.
So as you continue your way back through the oval section of the market and inn area of Jinhat, you're just continuing on to the castle.
Yeah.
You have nothing else to do?
I'm never going to get.
I'm
used
walking
to
through
that
town
name.
just balancing my hammer.
Give me a dex check.
Yes. Not with any of these dice. Oh, sure. You can do a dex check with this one. Nat 20.
Hardly moving. You're just like, wow, I've mastered this already.
Do I have mage hand?
That's quite
I'm
good.
going to mage hand and try to just like slowly.
Roll a perception check.
That is a 10.
Yeah, I mean, 10 space. You can't really hide a mage hand. As you're just balancing it, you suddenly, out of the corner of your eye, just catch as a vague hand figure appears, just inching closer to the base of your hammer. You just maneuver it away.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Testing. It's a test.
Okay.
From the other side, I cast mage.
Suddenly, there's another one coming from the other direction.
I continue walking.
Now you guys are just pushing it, holding it even more in place.
Look how good I am at this.
He moves his hand and it just stays there still.
I don't even need to hold it. fantastic.
All right.
You arrive back at the castle. Jamriel's still sitting around to the side, and in your time here, you've noticed that when he's not doing something, he essentially has 3 locations that he is, either directly in front of where is now the large sign to Gravelli, to the off side of it nearest where you have your campfire, or in his tent positioned directly on top of the castle. But now he's closer to the camp area, sitting around, no fire going since there's still plenty of daylight, but just kind of relaxing, seeing you approach. Oh, hey guys. You happen to find him?
Yeah, we talked to him.
Alright. What's he gonna do then?
He's gonna go check out the woods. The
Cool.
weird patch of woods we saw.
Yes, apparently it's not been there before. So,
Alright.
yes.
They just moved in?
Yeah, apparently.
Alright, I didn't know Forrest could do that.
Me neither.
We did not either.
Alright.
Hopefully it's not moved on again by the time he gets over there.
What?
He already seems
Okay,
suspicious
we're in
of our
the
sanity when you met him.
Can't imagine why.
Well, then, if you guys aren't investigating it, what are you guys gonna be doing then?
We gotta go deal with Bugbear.
Bugbear? I ain't seen any bugbears.
Yeah, it's up there by the woods by the
Owlbear.
farms. Owlbear.
Oh,
That's it.
yeah,
That's right
yeah,
now.
I think you guys have mentioned
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Jamie, do you have any way to send mail off here? Or
Oh, well, I don't necessarily have a way to send mail or anything, but I can get a hold of people who can come pick it up and take it places. It takes a little bit longer, but it gets done.
how long would it take, do you think, to get from here to Basinvale?
Oh, to Basinvale, I mean, I could probably get a hold of someone in Kymel when I call about your stuff. I might even be able to get the same people who drop off your deliveries to take it up there. But you'd still be looking at maybe at least a couple of weeks to get it there.
Alright.
I mean, unless you happen to know someone in like Hill's Edge or something, then they might be able to take it through the Highlands. I don't know.
We know some people on Hill's Edge.
We do know some people in Hill's Edge, but I don't think they're going to.
I don't think they're going to take a letter for us.
Oh yeah, they probably wouldn't take a letter for us.
They might know somebody who will.
I mean, if it's who I think you're talking about, I mean, much like you guys, if someone offered you a job to deliver mail, would you turn it down?
Sure.
No?
Plus, we've been here like close to a month now. I think it's about time we visited our friends. See how much better we're doing than them.
I look around at Chin Hat, like,
You know what? Maybe that's not such a bad idea.
I mean, we are supposed to
We're
be
going to
checking
get
out
near
our
there anyway,
territory.
Well, you'd be technically crossing into their territory once you cross the bridge, but as long as you don't take any jobs while you're over there, you're fine.
It's strictly self-defense. Anything we do.
Right, well, Gabriele, I think is going to come by for dinner tonight,
Mhm.
so. Do you need anything for dinner tonight?
I got
No.
these berries.
No, I've got food for dinner today.
Alright.
Delicious bush.
No, I left the bush in the woods.
Just a little
Mm,
couple of these.
Didn't need 'em.
nice and barky. Oh.
Barking water soup, my favorite. Maybe we can add
Tastes
some
like dirt.
berries for flavor.
I agree.
Gotta get rid of this dirt flavor. Bam, death.
We could just take them like a meal, because that's what good neighbors do, right?
I'll cook for 'em.
Like a good neighbor. I like that.
Oh, you want me to use the berries? I'm not doing that.
I would
That's
never
mean.
suggest such a thing.
That would ruin his reputation as a cook.
That's fair.
I was gonna say, so far I've been a pretty good cook, so.
His cooking has saved lives
2 of them.
That's true.
in the most literal way possible.
Alright, so So we make some dinner, we talk to Gavelli, we go deal with the owlbears, and then we go see our good friends.
We get to go see the Thunder Talons.
I feel like Tess is the only one who even remotely can even say good friends, even though I know she doesn't really mean it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, actually, I don't mind the Thunder Talons.
I mean, I don't have a whole lot against them.
Yeah, I
They-
don't have a ton of. I mean, like that guy was kind of annoying. Like, hey, I thought we had a deal. No, okay.
Oh, yeah, but you would not be saying good friends.
No.
Yes, no, not good friends. They're
We barely killed them.
Kesta's just competitive. She's very much saying it in like a one
Excellent.
of these kind of.
There are people that we are familiar
You
with
need like
that
a
we
fluffy
could
cat
visit.
to pet.
But she doesn't hate them. She's very competitive and
Right.
really has a thing with Linder at this point, who's a big dang fool.
Yeah, Rico actually doesn't mind them because they helped with that whole
Yeah, they did
situation
help.
with the alligator, crocodile, whatever the hell that
They
was.
didn't leave you guys to die.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was nice. And we are supposed to be learning to work with them, so.
Yeah.
That is the whole point of you being stationed
Yeah.
so close to each other, technically.
We could take them cakes.
Okay.
They make her happy.
Well,
As long as we have enough for
how
us.
are you gonna do then? You're gonna go see if they can take it. If they did, it'd probably cut. I mean, you still gotta make your way to Hill's Edge, which, I mean, it's probably gonna cut at least 4 or 5 days off of the total trip of the message. And actually, a couple more, because then you don't have to wait for the people from Kindle. So maybe cut the time in half.
All right. Well,
We can deal with that owlbear on the way.
yes.
And when we get back, we'll have more parchment and more ink. So we'll be all set.
Yeah, as long as I get that sent in and get a hold of them about it, that should be here in 2 or 3 days.
Good.
I'm gonna
So
add
you
more
get
to
it?
my letter.
Yeah.
I pull out my tinkering and my alchemy stuff,
Oh.
and I get.
Keston kind of.
Or should I say when I wrote my letter, it wasn't just like, send me books. Specifically, it was a legitimate like, how are you doing? How was everybody? Like,
Send
where's
me
Oriana?
books.
Like,
Don't ask questions. How are you doing?
yeah. It starts out with all the good like, how are you doing? We're Engine Hat. This is what's happened.
It's like 18 parchments long by the time he sends it.
Maybe like 2, 3.
Both sides.
Like, well, it turns out, guys, I can't keep track of any of our contracts because I used all our ink and paper.
Ink and paper turn out to be like our biggest.
Our biggest expense.
We'll just start
Like,
using the ballots.
People back at the main headquarters, like, in their last report, they said they lost 50 gold worth of parchment. The job was only worth 30 gold. I don't. Why are they up there?
I'm gonna play some pinball with myself since everybody else seems to be busy.
Then you just waiting around, cooking, having
Tinker.
Gravelly over.
Yep.
Roll a cooking check, Enrico.
That they will know.
14.
Alright, you. Did you have any herbs left?
Yes, I do.
Are you using them?
Yeah. I have one more after this one.
And with the, you do a fairly good, slightly above average job with the preparation, throwing in the herbs, giving it a slightly extra boost. You continue to, while you know that it's good, the memories are still fresh of your life-saving meal. So it's certainly less than you know it could be, but by no means is it a bad meal.
I need more
Everything
ingredients.
else is going to be compared to that
Well,
one
I'm not
meal.
sure
Yes.
we can find some between
Well,
here
that's-
and.
Mr.
Not only
Gygax is
was
going
it
to bring me a
that
list of
one,
all the
you
good
saved
stuff
2
that's here
lives. That's
around
a
this area.
big
Oh, there we
meal.
go.
It is
That's
now
a
the
good
benchmark for all meals to come after it.
Yeah.
I made a bowl of soup that saved lives, damn it.
That'll never happen
This is
again.
the best soup of my life.
That's where his ego is really going to come from.
Yeah, well, can you say you saved lives with a bowl of soup? No, you can't, so shut up.
Yeah, sure, you saved the world. Did you do it with a bowl of soup? No. And you eat. Gravelli joins you, though pretty much as soon as he finishes eating, he excuses himself to head on the...
Oh, that's why I wanted to talk to him. That's why I invited him. Was to talk to him about we were going to discuss what kind of hunting prospects there are. Like, could the town benefit from bringing in more hunters and have more of that trade coming? Can the forest support that, etc.?
Well, I certainly imagine if you had people around here hunting, you could find stuff to hunt, but I can't exactly say for how long. It's plenty enough hunting for myself, and that's how we keep meats in the city. But I couldn't honestly say of what overall profitability long term there would be unless you had a means of making sure that what you took was restocked and that you had means of preserving it long term. And
We need a butcher.
No, I think he means more like animal husbandry kind of thing, like management, resource management, like
things
the
of that
DNR.
nature, because right now if you were to go about heavily hunting, you might be able to get plenty of stock out of there, but by the time you actually get it anywhere to sell, it's going to be much less than what it was. So you got to have a means of first making sure you can preserve it long enough to get it to where it's going to even become profitable or known. Then beyond that, you don't really know what the overall impact would be. As myself, I could hunt in here all day, as I typically do, but you throw in another dozen or so people doing the same thing, the forest is going to suffer from it.
Okay. I want to invent an icebox. That's my whole goal now.
Okay.
Because he said we need some way to transport meat and it wouldn't go bad, right?
Yeah.
And so then, I am proficient in animal handling. Would he be willing to, like, meet, like, once a week or something? Obviously, he has to work and stuff, see if we can't come up with a plan to... animal conservation plan.
Well, we can certainly work towards that. I'm afraid that I'm much better at shooting and skinning than I am raising.
But he could give me, like, information on creature, what's there, what's out there.
Oh yeah, I can
How
certainly
many?
tell you about
Yeah.
the general things that I'm hunting, what I see out there.
Would animal handling be the skill that I'd use to try to figure out a plan for that?
That'd be the skill for the actual act of trying to tame and maintain them. It'd still be a like intelligence type of thing, just to come up with a general like ideology of what the plan is as a whole.
I look over at you.
Are there
I
any?
think we could work together on that.
I don't see why not.
How to finish his suit.
Are there any like particularly docile creatures in the forest that yield a good amount of meat? Perhaps
Oh,
they could
well.
be raised.
Nothing's necessarily docile when you're trying to kill it.
Yeah.
Sure, but just in general docile, like
Oh,
something that's a little bit like not like a wolf or.
We've got
Cows.
we've
Are
got-
there cows in the woods?
You haven't spent much time in forest either.
I think it's more
Oh, that's-
like
I mean-
deer, elk, and it's more about
Alright,
them
we've
cultivating
got elk,
like
things of that
clover,
nature.
things like more resources for them to eat in
There are
areas in
certainly
which they will
wolves.
congregate. So that way they are inclined to breed and eat in certain areas, so you can keep track of them, and then we had a lot.
Right. No, I get
Yeah.
it. I just
But as far as things of that nature, what I'm typically hunting is elk.
So if we cultivated, like, we could plant fields of clover or whatever the equivalent is here, and things like that, and put down, like, grow, like, the soft reed places so that they have bedding areas and things like that, so that it encourages more deer to come here and breed. It's a more ideal area for them. You
Sure.
could also hunt more wolves and there'd be more elk, kind of thing. There's lots of ways to increase the population.
Well, it's a big
Right.
forest.
I'll leave that up to you guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna
We'll
leave that up
work
to
on
you.
that.
What?
I said I'll leave that up to you. I'm only really good at just hitting things.
Okay.
Well, I don't know much
But
about
Barry,
forest
have you-
conservation, so it'll be...
What you need?
Do you know of anybody that's ever like tamed an owl bear? Like a baby one and just like raised it?
Well, I mean, you find anything young enough, you might be able to have some luck with it. From everything I know about owlbears, is those things are quite ornery, and you're gonna Want to get them almost fresh out the birth if you want to have any chance of it.
Hmm. Katya's kind of like, I don't know, that sounds interesting.
I mean, it's not to say it's impossible, but I wouldn't try raising a full-grown one, that's for sure.
No.
No, we plan on just the full grown one. I'm
Would,
swinging with my actual hammer.
I'd recommend it. They can certainly be territorial and aggressive when folks enter that territory.
We found out firsthand.
Alright.
I'm just trying. If it doesn't work, I point at the hammer.
I mean, yeah, the hammer is always there.
And I pull my little tiny hammer as well.
I got a little one too.
Yeah, use those for the babies.
I like how you censor yourself to not say it. He doesn't care.
I'm just having some bad flashbacks.
Kestis killed babies with hammers before.
Oh, that
That's
got
why
so
she
dark
actually
so
went to Mason
fast.
Dale.
It's a story for break, not for the stream.
Okay,
Well,
in that case.
is there anything else either of you would like to ask Ravelli?
No, I'd be
Like
in
your
character,
number.
like talking with you, kind of trying to go
Oh,
over.
that
Okay,
list.
so if we laid out plan of things that we
List
need to
of
learn,
stuff that I
et
can
cetera,
find in the
et
woods.
Oh
cetera.
yeah, I'll
Okay,
have
that I
Okay.
can do.
once I get
Yeah.
back, I'll
Oh.
get that around for you.
Sounds
It's not
good.
the answer, you can write it out.
Till then, we probably won't die.
Well, I wouldn't recommend it.
I mean,
Well, you guys are over there talking in character about stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm gonna head out before it gets any.
Have a safe trip.
Before Cell, come find your sign
The castle.
when I get back and see if you're around.
I don't know if the sign needs to stay there now.
we'll take the sign down, and then when we get back, we'll put the sign back up, and then Gravelli will know that
Well,
It's your-
Jemuel,
we're here.
Open
Gemul's
for business
always
sign.
Jemuel is always here. He can take a message if need be. I suppose
Yeah, there you go.
that's your prerogative.
Alright, then, safe travels. I'll see you all later. As he gathers up his things and heads off. Still not really heading down the road, more so as just breaking off instantly into the open plains between where you have your camp set up in the forest line.
What a nice guy.
Yeah.
Then you continue to
Good
just
dinner.
eat. No plans to head out until the morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as you eat and eventually find rest, that's what we'll take a break.
Okay.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun.
Club and baby seals.
Oh my gosh. I'm still up there.
Hey, I'm Rico. Rico Del Rico. Fame, glory, money. What more can a guy ask for? Besides, I've been fighting monsters and wolves my entire life. At least that's what I tell everyone. How hard can it be? Starting your own adventuring crew, going out to help Keybric clear out its problems and monsters, all in a day's work with someone with my strength and smile.
My name is Kesta Vanille, and now that I'm 15 and a grown adult, I need to get a job of my own. I don't really know yet what I'm going to be doing, and these guys are a little weird, but I guess they'll do for adventuring partners. I don't think they appreciate my value yet, but I am used to people doubting me, and I do not back down from a challenge.
My name is Rowan Leander. I have been instructed in the ancient elven art of blade singing, and am now looking to make a name for myself as a prominent adventurer. With my practiced blade and skill in the arcane arts, rising above the average trash of Keybric will be quick and easy.
I'm really not digi-talking without having something to say. The others do that enough. Someone needs to keep an eye on things. That is why I stay in the shadows, ready to pounce. If you need me, I'll be keeping an eye on things.
Welcome back, everyone. So, the next day comes. Prevaili now hours removed from having eaten with you. As you all begin to awaken, Jamuel, already about his day. What do you all do? Very sharp bugle horn.
That's what I spent all my money on. I was like, where did all my money go? Forgot. I got a music lessons. Alright. Pack up.
We're not gonna make that like a daily thing. Like, I like it, but I don't want to wake up to it.
I'm already awake. I don't need you
Well,
to do that.
No, not every day.
that lovely lady's gonna come teach him some new songs when we're in town. So at least it'll be different.
Well,
Oh, joy.
just because you
There
know
we go.
different songs.
I'm living in hope right now. Optimism.
Denial, whatever.
I know, I know plenty of songs, but still just yelling random nonsense is still more fun.
He knows.
Alright. I'll pack up.
Yeah.
Start walking out of town.
Off down out
Good to go.
there.
So, you all head off down the road.
Boop, 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 boop. We're gonna hunt an owlbear and then go talk to the Talons. Because you need a letter sent to
Basin Vale.
Basin Vale. Yes. Basin Vale. I couldn't remember. I'm new here still.
There's only 2 people in the group that live there.
You got nobody in the group lives there.
Lived there.
There you go.
It's from there. Originates from there.
Yeah, okay. Do you remember where I'm from?
Hails from you.
Haunt.
Okay, maybe I should learn to remember. I guess. I pull out my map of the continent and start trying to remember these names.
That was great.
As you just start staring at the map that you have. You all travel. The day is by no means poorly weathered, but you can tell it is certainly getting towards the later portion of the year. A bit of a chill, though, due to your location on Keybric. Probably near about as cold as it's really going to get throughout the entirety of the coming winter still even. But to those who live on Keybric, you can still tell the slight change. But it accompanies you the entire day, the slight breeze keeping the chill alive. I take it you're walking.
Yeah,
Yes.
we don't have a horse strong enough to pull all of us in the
Oh,
water.
that's right.
Yeah.
He's not capable of carrying you all.
Perhaps I should have asked Jamie for that too.
No, just ink and parchment, not a horse that can actually pull a castle.
Samper can like barely.
Well, we'll get it when we come back. It'll be fine.
You can just keep walking. It's good for us.
But you travel the entire way until you start to reach the nearest portion of the farms that touch the forests. As you're nearing the latter portions of the day, knowing that you've maybe got a couple of hours left of light, enough to get there, though your search into the forest, you can assume, will likely be in pretty dark conditions, especially once you actually enter the forest.
Do owlbears hunt? What would I need to roll?
I'm not going to that forest at night. We're hunting an owlbear.
To figure out if owlbears.
Nature.
Yeah. 14.
While not being 100% certain, you know that you had seen it out and about and possibly some means of hunting maneuvers during the day in your previous time. But you can recall that they may also be nocturnal, likely. More so, you'd think, during the day, but by no means do they just shy away from the night.
I was just thinking if we could just come across it and when it's not actively hunting, that might be better.
That would be definitely better.
I mean, I can help you see in the dark.
Yeah, but running around in the forest in the dark looking for an owlbear is probably not a good idea.
Okay. So we should probably camp
And there's
there.
probably more than just the owlbear there. We already know there was badgers as well.
Yeah, just let's see camp.
They probably sleep at night, though.
Do you know? Me either, so let's not risk it.
I don't know anything about badgers.
Let me see.
They just bite really hard. He knows about
course.
badgers.
Of course.
What is this check to nature?
Yeah.
Yeah.
22.
yes, I do know about
Love
badgers.
badgers.
You would know that they also are most likely during the day doing their hunting, though while you'd most likely find them sleeping during the night, they may very well be out and about still during the earlier hours of the night.
Okay, let's frame this another way. How are we going to sneak up on them? Ching, ching,
Start
ching,
making
ching, ching.
camp. Move off the road and start setting up.
She just goes start setting up camp. It's a fair point.
So far, our efforts to sneak up on things have not been the best, so
Oh, I got my bird, too. Where's
it might not
On
be
forever.
biggest to just go and just hunt it.
Alright.
So, you set a campfire, placing the camp about it. What are the watches going to be?
Dark vision.
Yeah. Oh.
Just in
Apparently
case.
I'm taking a watch.
Whether or not you take a watch, I'm going to give you dark vision.
And then I go to bed.
Apparently I'm taking it.
I mean,
That's fine.
I mean, I always prefer to take the first watch. if
Yeah, so
possible.
Kesta usually likes first watch.
you know what? I'll take the last watch.
That's probably a good choice.
I don't have an in-character reason to just like that yet.
I'll take second watch then.
Oh, fantastic. Oh,
And
lovely.
Reynold will help all of us keep watch.
While we're like eating dinner, making camp, Kesta, do you really want an owlbear pet?
I mean, it seems cool.
I mean,
It can't hurt to have a big
But it can hurt.
feathery friend.
It can.
I don't mean the
Very
owlbear
much
can't
can.
hurt us. I just mean like if we tame it, then we have another ally.
I sit up for a while and try to think if an owlbear could pull a cart.
Yes.
Can't see why not. Just make straps like this. My brain is like back to inventing place. Oh. Yeah, this could be an idea. This could be an idea.
Why would he have it pull the cart? Like owlbears are.
There are two baby owlbears.
That just seems cruel though. Like
Is it cruel to make the horse pull the cart?
I mean, a little bit, but at the same time,
Well, you can take a turn and then it will be fair.
They're kind of like raised to do that kind of stuff. Whereas an owlbear
You do realize if you get the creature as a baby, you can raise it to do whatever you want.
just seems like a waste of potential.
Well, they can do other things too, but
What if we managed to capture a wild horse and then had it pull carts? Is that cruel to that horse?
Yeah.
they can do other things too, yeah. So. Right, well, discuss that later. My brain is off on owlbear-sized harnesses. I mean, having a mount that could defend itself would be quite nice. It almost seems less cruel than using a horse.
Raymond, please help out keep watch.
Call.
Go to sleep.
Well, I'm gonna.
Alright, roll a perception check.
In before 5.
I got a 14 for Reynold.
Hey.
Ooh.
That's a 10, so 10.
Oh, that's all double digits. That's all it's going to
I mean, it was better than all the other ones.
It's twice as good.
be. That is true. As you keep watch, using the last bit of any waning light around you as benefit, though most of it's still in complete darkness other than the campfire. There's nothing ever comes within sight, though you certainly hear the dying sounds in the distance of what you believe likely to be the nearest farm. The sounds of echoing shouts and answer, heavy slams of distant echoing wood and metal that you can tell is pretty thick. But nothing beyond that. And eventually, your watch is up.
I got 10. Reynold is staying steady at 14.
Continuing this occasional path or two before landing, resting, going back again for another few passes. Neither you nor him ever notice anything other than the occasional moving about sections of nightlife of the animals, grouping of large rodents, something of that nature, going through a section of tall grass, maybe 50, 60 feet from your campsite, just out of sight of you're noticing. But nothing aggressive ever comes in. You never hear anything else.
Rico.
Do it.
It's your turn.
Okay.
Because you're being awoken, Rico, you're just about waking up on your own as he starts to nudge you.
Okay.
Roll perception.
6.
8.
Okay. As you sit there, Rico, occasionally looking around, the large burning light of the camp having died down to a smolder, illuminating just the immediate area around, enough to give your dark vision that's still holding, right? How long was
8
it?
hours.
So you still got a little bit of that left. But nothing ever comes within your line of sight. There's one moment that you think you hear a horse, though as you glance around, don't see anything. As birds circling around late into the final watch, even the first crack of the sun starting to rise up, it would notice a single horse-drawn cart go down the path that you guys had been walking down back in the direction of Jinhan. But nothing else.
Sweet.
And then everyone would start to awaken.
Brr, brr, brr.
As you all awaken much more dramatically.
I would wait until they start stirring as if they're starting to wake. I wouldn't wake them up.
Your long rest is ruined. Start again.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Morning.
Good morning.
Oh. I like purposely do that cat stretch thing.
Why did you?
I just like grin at you as long as he can't see me. Pack up all my stuff.
I'm so glad I got this vehicle.
It's delightful.
I think the sleight of hand.
You gonna try and steal it from me?
It disappeared. I don't know what happened.
Then I'll just start making really loud noises until I get it back.
Just starts screaming. But as you gather everything up, you're continuing along the road.
Yep.
As you do, it doesn't take you more than another hour and a half before you have passed the first couple of sections of farm in the distance, nearing the grouping of trees and forest line that you recall having chased the badgers and what turned out to be goblins into the forest line.
Me, John.
Alright.
Same.
Alright. As you both go through the quick motions, casting at the arcane shield, coating your form.
I make the same motions, and then put my shield in front of me.
Alright. He casts shield.
If we wanted to sneak up, I could make it much easier for us to sneak up. Pass without a trace.
That's an option. That's probably the best.
Yeah.
Best bet.
Okay. I do that.
Bugbear. No.
Hey, Bugbear! We're here to kill you, or take your babies and make them our pets. We're gonna sneak on into these little woods here.
Alright, so we get advantage
And that's your
and
key.
it's 2 key points.
Oh, no, you just get a plus 10.
Plus 10?
There's no advantage, it's just a
Oh,
plus.
it's
plus
plus
10.
10? Okay.
So as you go through doing quick motions around them, pointing out,
I'm very sneaky.
What'd you get?
At
So-
20.
Oh,
Yeah, 21.
34.
I also got a
16
21.
technically.
With disadvantage.
We are so sneaky!
I rolled a 17 and a 9.
as you
19.
head off into the forest, hardly any sound emitting from you all as you enter in. You all look back instinctively towards Rico and his armor and watch as it scrapes against extending bits of branch and wrinkles, though hardly a sound comes out of it.
Don't worry, guys, I've been practicing. I don't actually shout that out.
Good.
I'm like, oh.
And then you continue on pressing forward into the forest.
Yeah, we know where I just like muscle memory, like, oh yeah, this is where I got bit, and then
Roll a nature check, someone.
16.
You're able to use your previous experience here within this section of forest, recalling various points along the way, keeping the group mostly on track, as there'd be no actual footprints or tracks of any creatures that you'd be able to discern right away heading in the same general direction as you follow along. Though you all, as you get the occasional redirect, feel fairly confident you are heading in a very similar, if not exact, means that you would chase them. You do so for a number of moments, going deeper and deeper, losing the forest line behind you, now just surrounded in trees and brush. Roll perception checks.
13.
17.
20.
You're busy trying to look for other things.
As you all look around trying to get an exact location, looking for landmarks that might strike your memory to really define where you are, you start to all focus in on bits and pieces that indicate your location as you start to see off maybe another 50, 60 feet to your 3 o'clock, a large grouping of brush and bush and what seems to be maybe a 15, 20 foot bit of opening from forest, or from the tree line, I should say.
That looks familiar.
Pretty sure that's where we go. That freaking Yeah, we should be very careful.
Should we look out?
Do we want to wait for like a little bit and see if we see any kind of activity coming in or out of there before we creep up?
I mean, we have the element of surprise, I think. Can we like look at the edge before the clearing starts? Like just make sure there's no like creatures in that open area, and if there's not, move ahead.
As you're going right up to the tree line in front of the bit of opening, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just
We're
any place
checking
where we can
first to
start to,
make sure
see
there's
into
nothing.
the clearing.
As
Yeah.
you make your way closer, getting a more open view of the area ahead. You look, seeing nothing for a majority of it, though then you spot the large form of the owlbear emerge from the far edge of the brush, from the side that you would recall to be the slightly domed-esque portion. As it seems to stop, you watch as it sniffs the air.
I'd like to, if possible, I'd like to hold my action to Ray of Frost it if it starts to like, run in our direction or anything like that.
And just stands there a moment, maybe 3/4 of the way removed from the brush, and just a heavy snort. Just turns, vanishing back in.
Well, she's home. We just go in there. If we make noise out here, we can draw her out.
I can like create some noise.
I think we have someone
Somewhere
much better.
else.
Oh, yes.
I can use my prestidigitation to create some noise somewhere else, and then we just ready ourselves to, when she comes back out, to
Is the
start
hammer ready?
attacking.
Is the hammer ready?
And I start to stroll out into the forest, or out into the clearing. Ready.
You just walk out into the open
Yeah.
area.
It's the
I
hammer
follow him
ready.
because
I am going to.
I need him to stay closer to me.
As you
Keep me quiet.
break the tree line, you follow behind. As you make it about 5 feet into the open, and the same section of brush just bursts open as
Yep, there it is.
it instantly then roars out and begins advancing. Roll initiative. If you were still holding on to that, you can release it, or if you let go of your concentration when you watched it vanish.
Why?
Because it definitely did it vanished completely until he emerged, and then you
Yeah.
managed to hear.
I mean, I'd like to say, yeah, I was probably still holding it because nothing was really confirmed, but sure. Does a 15 hit it?
Yes.
Sweet. That's 2 damage, and its speed is slowed by 10.
Alright, then as you get that around, we will switch to the battle loading scene, still with audio.
Now.
Oh, I was like, we'll put that over here so it doesn't. Yeah, thanks. I don't want to roll into the battle.
Also featuring
Could take out the owlbear.
I'm
more
there.
of
Oh,
you
that's
guys'
fair, I'm like-
pictures.
No, he doesn't have to walk around.
And this one I also tried to make sure it was set up exactly like you guys are.
Hey, that is
Yay.
us. Da, 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 da.
Nice.
Yay. Oh. Da, 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 da. Alright. So we're going to take out this mommy, and then we're going to get baby owlbears.
Hopefully.
Clearly our plan.
Kill the parents, kidnap the children.
Turn him into
Possibly
beasts
go
of
wrong.
burden.
Yes! And also cuddly friends, because Kesta wants
We
a
are
cuddly
the
friend.
good guys.
What's that? Whack!
Oh, I didn't make it.
Oh, this one must have tripped and fell into its brother. They hit each other's heads really hard
Really,
with
really
a
hard.
strong bludgeoning instrument.
I mean, we'll try it. If it doesn't work, we kill them. Done.
No roll.
If you just shake it until you get it.
I'm just still rolling.
That one's cocked. That one's cocked.
I've got to fill it, so
Oh.
There we go.
I was not prepared for this to be the first encounter of this.
Well, now you have more light.
How did you not realize we wouldn't be able to resist baby owlbears?
Well, some of us wouldn't be able to resist.
Hey, I was being good. Chester suggested it.
Plus, Gravelli told us to come and take care of them.
No, he asked if you had.
I was like, that's not really what he said. Yeah, sure.
That's how I remember things.
Well, when we left, Rico didn't really want to leave. Rico wanted to keep fighting the thing.
Yeah.
You guys were all leaving and he knew he couldn't do it by himself.
Well, I was almost dead.
He'd have been fine. Probably. It was only the one. 4-on-1 seems good.
It was the badgers that were killing me.
When we were far enough away from the batteries, I'm pretty sure they just skedaddled after that owlbear left. Or after the owlbear arrived.
All I know is that I did manage to convince the baby owlbears to not eat me. Which was nice, because I was already mostly eaten.
Oh, good, that was quick. I've got new spells to try. I said I've got new spells to try.
Me too!
Smite.
That's not a new spell.
That's the only one I need.
I've
It's
also
not even a
got,
spell.
I've got Divine Favor now.
What does that mean?
That means I can cast as a bonus action, and then I can just get extra d4 of my damage.
Look at them big sticks.
I'm guessing logs.
Sticks.
Those stuff that what I actually thought would be. I was just like, alright, I need more foresty stuff. So I just grabbed a bunch of stuff from the walkway out there. I was like, snap, snap, snap.
Totally legit.
That tree fell down.
It says
I think it's supposed to
I'm
be
pretty sure it's the
bush.
one you broke last week. The week before.
it's the one that I think it was.
No, it was definitely him that knocked it over.
It was her character, but his
Okay.
hand.
It's definitely Kesta.
Also have to put a couple of things.
We're gonna need Oh, let's just make as much weird noise as we can.
Yes.
That's the
Yep.
plan.
We're just. That is an owlbear's roar. Or is that?
Oh, it looks like it might be a couple of owlbears.
Well, that one looks real tiny.
I don't know. I don't know.
As your attention is drawn to the initial one that bursts out, you hear a responsive, lower toned roar still from within the brush, followed by a couple of much smaller barks almost,
I thought
barking
there was only
chirps.
one.
Yeah, there was last time. I think there might. Should be
Well-
friend. Well, now there isn't.
Now we get to find out for sure.
Let's see if we can do this. At least it's not a flap giant. It's not how I measure everything now.
I could probably still sit on you.
I'd rather better than a flap giant.
I hope you all rolled better initiative than I did.
Oh, did we already roll initiative? I was waiting to hear that.
Yeah, he asked for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, you did.
$20 or higher. 15 to 19.
18.
What is your dex score?
My dex score is a 14.
No, they're in that range. 10, 14?
14.
9.
Me too.
Your dex is higher
I
than
think
mine.
so.
Not by much.
So then 5 to 9.
9.
9. My dex is only 16.
18. Next day, 7.
How much damage did you do with the
2 damage.
2 damage?
But it's slow, right?
It's 10 feet per turn slower.
I'm like, don't think that helps us.
Well, you know.
I mean, it helps you though. Can't get to you.
Rico AC HP.
1836.
Wow.
Kesta.
1330.
Katia.
1731.
Wow.
And Rowan.
1626.
Alright. Then, as you see the large one emerge from the brush, hear the echoing, responsive replies from beyond the brush. Rico, you're the first to react.
Well, there's more than one. I am going to cast Divine Favor, so that on a hit I deal an extra d4 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hold my action to when it comes into range to hit it in the head with a hammer.
Alright. And that will bring it to that owlbear's turn. And it is technically large, so yeah, it's right there. And it's going to rush up right there and get cracked in the head.
Go, Rico.
16 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
I am going to throw my first Divine Smite into this. The first d8 is the bludgeoning damage is max damage. 13. Nope, gotta add the extra d4. There's a d4 right there. 15 damage with that, and the Divine Smite is 4 radiant damage. 19 total damage.
Not bad, not bad.
Spell slot.
As it comes barreling out, breaking through the heavy brush and bush. It roars, the beak jaws of it stretching out as it approaches. You crack it in the side of the head as it staggers about with the radiant burst of energy. It rights itself, strikes heavily out at you with its set of claws. 18.
Yeah,
Hits.
I know these are owl bears and not just owls, but do they also caw?
No, they roar.
Okay.
So far, you've not found an owl that actually makes owl sounds.
Air.
They don't make the same sound, but they don't make owl sounds. It's a very confusing place.
Tomorrow night I'm going out to the woods. I just want to listen till I hear a hoot.
Where is
A cat comes out.
I'm gonna follow you out. I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna eradicate
As
them.
the claw
Abominations.
slams heavily into you, Rico, you will take 12, so 9 piercing.
Wow.
No, slashing.
Slashing. True.
As it's then going to try and... Alright, well that was it biting you, because that's what the damage I dealt was.
Okay.
But now it's going to try and claw you, because it gets one of each.
Oh.
And that's going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Just barely though.
Cutting words.
Yep.
If only you had it.
I know.
Would be much less useful.
For 13, so 10 slashing damage. As it bites in the thick beak of it, piercing through, breaking your flesh, something you're not overly
Used to.
Oh,
not this badly.
that
The
looks
following
painful.
claw attack also slams in, tearing through sections of your armor almost, it feels.
Don't worry, we've got healing, right? Yeah.
As it then becomes the other owlbear's
Oh
turn.
god, you guys rolled so low.
I know.
And it's still got enough movement to get right up to the
Oh yeah,
side of
it's
them.
only needed like 20 feet to get to me.
Why, hello there.
Does anyone have potions?
I have one.
Okay.
I'm
As
also
it runs
still
up,
healer.
it's going to try and bite at you as well as it sees you distracted with the other one. But a 15 is going to miss. You manage to get your
Don't want to do
shield
that.
in the way of it. It bites heavily onto your shield. You can hear its strength as it bites and bends into the steel. It's going to try and slam its claw into you, and that's going to hit. That's a 24.
Should have took Raven Enfeeblement.
For 12, so 9 slashing damage. As the thick, heavy claw again slams in, the talon-like claws of it shredding into your chainmail. And Kesta.
Okay, that looks painful, so...
He says you just watched Rico get brutalized more than you usually see
She's
him
like,
do.
I'm gonna come back here.
And then I'm going to upcast a magic missile at 2nd level at the first one that came after Rico.
Okay.
Do. Nice.
Nice.
So 4, 8, 12. 12 damage.
Alright.
And then I'm going to quicken a fragment.
Alright.
Will a 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
Sweet. For max damage
Woo!
of 0.
You heard her.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go ahead and kill this one, please.
Yeah.
Nah.
Max damage is 0. I'm going to use that attack every turn. As your magic missiles arc off, dancing around, slamming into it, the repeated blast staggered around enough as your firebolt slams into it front and center.
I'm back in the trees, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just going to kind of like...
You're just like, please
I
don't
can't
notice
really
me
hide,
now.
but that's my turn.
Alright.
I don't know why I'm going to try to use a spell. I don't know why I'm going to even try to use a spell. He's going to make a save, regardless.
What? What is babies doing?
The babies are gonna come attack
Babies
too.
are gonna walk out.
Oh well.
25.
I'm gonna dash right up there.
Hello.
Cacao!
And then as you watch the brutalization happen in front of you, Toriko, your attention's drawn to the sound of another creature bursting through the brush, seeing a much smaller owlbear come lunging out, stopping
So
right in
cute.
front of you, Katya.
Yeah.
And you're up.
Oh, that's all it does. It gets right to
Yeah, I had
there.
to dash to get to you.
Punch it in the
Okay,
face.
I'm just gonna. Shoot, don't look. Go around it, get behind its mommy. Or whoever that is.
Alright, you would get an attack
yeah.
of opportunity
Yeah,
from
no,
the
not,
owlbear.
not
Oh,
out
you
of
wanna
the. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, not so that happens.
Perfect.
Well, you're still gonna get one there.
Oh, because this one.
Oh, was
Yeah.
I within 5 feet of her? I couldn't
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah, you were within
Oh.
5 feet.
You were right.
Okay, well then I'll just stay right there. Shh, don't look. I'm gonna claw.
No, you got to establish dominance.
About to. 19 to hit
Yep.
for 7 damages. Bonus action, key point. Claw some more.
Alright.
I can't do that yet. That will miss. That will also miss. Okay.
As you claw into it heavily the first time, your next
You're
two
always supposed to
strikes.
kill these things, right? Just because the cute one showed up doesn't mean you get to check your blows.
You see Katya strike into it the first time, and you're like, yeah, and then the next two, she seems to just be petting it.
Alright, that's what I do.
Alright. Ruin.
Big Brown needs to make a con save.
12.
Hey, it's blinded.
Alright.
It gets to make a save again at the end of each of its turns.
Alright.
And then I am going to bonus action blade sing and yeah, we'll go right there.
Rico, you watch as it's in the middle of roaring and striking out at you, and suddenly its eyes go from the pupils that you'd seen to just a very thick fog covering them entirely, and it suddenly starts thrashing about, confused.
And Burb goes 5, 10. Cacao! On the white one.
Whiteford gets me every time.
Alright. Anything else?
Let's see.
That'll bring it to the final, baby.
Oh, joy.
And let's see, it's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right there. It seems to have caught the attention of your bird.
It looks delicious up there.
Good luck.
It's kind of running at it, and just like jumping up.
There we go.
There you go, you just distract
Reynolds
that one.
distracting more than one thing.
Rico.
Yeah, Rico's going to use his action to give himself 20 HP back.
All right.
Seems like a plan.
Wow.
And a light glow as I use all of my points of land damage.
You can feel the soreness of the armor being slammed into you heavily, the warm, wet blood draining down portions of your hips.
And then I will use my bonus action to give myself Legendary Strike.
Alright.
So for the next minute, I crit on 19s and 20s.
That's gonna bring it to the first owlbear to approach you. And now it's got 2. It's still going to strike out at Rico. It tries to bite at him. And it's going to be a 25 to hit. For 11, so 8 piercing. As it bites into you heavily, thrashing you around in place, it's going to try and cut deep into your midsection once more with another 25 to hit.
They're really good at defending their best.
For 14, so 11 slashing.
Really glad I healed myself.
Yeah.
I was at 8 HP before I gave myself 20, and now I'm at 9.
And as you continue to watch and hear Rico get thrown and thrashed about by these owlbears, Kesta, you're up. Oh wait, no, actually, never mind. Sorry about that, I skipped the other owlbear.
No, you didn't.
That's
No, you didn't. It definitely attacked me too.
It totally did. That's why he said 9.
Disadvantage.
Yes, he does have disadvantage. He's going to try and do the same, however, with disadvantage. It's going to be a modified 20 to hit.
For the love of monkeys, come on.
I tried. I really did.
It was a 15 and a 13 on the dice. For 11, so 8.
Maybe if you had like higher AC, that'd be, you know.
Yes, because getting 25s.
Then as you feel it bite into you, darkness starts to come to your eyes. As you watch out of the corner of the darkness, the claw swipe in, and a 14 is going to miss as you just get your shield clanging heavily into your hip, still darkened and
Stop
drained.
petting the bears.
Now Kesta, as Rico is literally on the edge of unconsciousness. Bye guys. Good luck. See you guys in Rico.
We're going to throw another magic missile at the same one I was attacking.
Okay.
This time just at first level. Oh Lord. So 8.
It's almost as much as you did.
It was the exact same pattern of dice. And then I'm going to quicken another spell, the Firebolt.
Okay.
It worked last time.
Is your 3 arcane darts staggered
Does that one
around?
have advantage
19.
on the
Yes.
Oh.
No.
Not on
Yeah.
that one.
No.
Yeah, it does. On
He's
the white
shooting
one?
the white one.
Oh, he's shooting the white
Yeah.
one. That's right. So you do have
The
advantage.
first one was a 19. That one was a 20.
All right. Yep.
Not a natural 20, unfortunately. For 6 damage.
All right. As it staggers about, you impact it again with another firebolt to the chest, watching another seared and scorched section of its feathery hair light up. Though it roars out again, looking beyond Rico, trying to find the source of it before his attention's drawn back to the moving figures right by it. And bringing it to the baby.
That big one that just attacked him needs to make a con save.
Oh, that's right. Nope, that's not one. And the baby has people to attack.
But look at that cute bird.
He's going to attack on her. As it sees what its larger forms are doing. Okay. It looks at the figure in front of it being Katya.
That's fair.
Okay.
And is going to try and claw out at her. And a 17.
That is my AC.
It has
Beat up by
learned
babies.
well.
Yeah.
As it claws
Good
into
care.
her for 6 slashing damage. As it then feels the strike connect. It looks very pleased with itself, looking back at the other ones before, like roaring chirpishly at you.
Oh my goodness, you're like killing me and I don't even care. You're so cute.
Stop petting the bears.
Right. Sorry, Rico.
Katya, you may now pet the bears.
Is it action to like hold out a potion or feed a potion to somebody else, right?
Yes.
Alright. Rico.
Glug.
Like I do, I just kinda like reach up and
Just like here, grab his chin, just right.
I don't even care. Someone's feeding me. I just eat it.
Ooh.
This looks strangely familiar.
7.
They're like, oh yeah, I think that's how she feeds us too. So this is your mama?
You said 7.
I did say so. And then I'm going to key point bonus action dodge. You know what? I'm not. I'm gonna save the key point because I think I'm gonna need it. It's my last one. Yeah, I don't have any other bonus actions, so that's what I'll do. Can I bonus action throw a ration that way
How
and
is
try
that
to
your
distract
last
the
key
bear?
point?
Like, go get it.
That'd be an action.
Yeah, that's a
She's
first.
only
got
attacked
4.
once.
What?
You've only attacked once with your key points.
She used.
I used the
Without
pass without
trace.
trace.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
Cost me
2.
2 key points. So that's what. Yeah. That's where my key points went.
Rowan.
Alright. I am going to green flame blade at the one I have advantage on that one, right? Because you can't see me.
Correct.
So that's, and I get +2 because of
Yep,
flanking.
thank you.
So it's a 17.
Yep.
So the white bear takes 5, and the main bear takes 10.
There we go. And that's some of the, not the first, but some of the first damage that one's actually taken.
Yeah.
And then
Distracting the white one again.
yes.
Alright. As it swoops by, turns up, swatting.
No, go back over there. Distract the bear.
No, you wanted this.
And that'll bring it to the other baby.
He's no longer distracted.
The other baby, for a split second, looks like it's going to chase after the owl. The owl made it too far, so it's just going to run behind the nearest thing that is moving that is not one of it.
Here.
Right behind her.
Yeah. Could you sound slightly less excited about
Goes to
that?
attack her, it has disadvantage.
Ah. Thank you, Rico.
Rushes up and is going to try and claw out at her with disadvantage. Both of them are 11s. 16.
Ha!
You can only do that once.
Thank you.
Once ever.
Ever. It's done.
As it
Everybody gets
swipes in, you again, now more familiar with this, just instinctively reach back and pull Katya a different direction, as you've done this a number of times now. As,
I love that the description for protection says you must be wielding a shield, but I've never actually put my shield in the way. I just yank you guys out of the way.
No. No.
As the baby owlbear just claws into the dirt and then
Nope.
sheepishly roars. Rico.
This is the white bear again that you distracted. Rico is going to attack out at the white bear. With advantage because of the distraction. Wow. I rolled a 2 and a 3. And then I'm going to bonus action drink my potion. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm at 16 now.
Alright. Anything else?
Put Katya in front of me.
That's what he was doing when he was pulling you out of.
Yeah, it's pretty much like.
Let me deal with the small ones. You take.
No, that's my turn.
Alright, and that'll bring it to the owlbear. You, okay. It's going to remain focused on you still, Rico. And a 18 with disadvantage.
That hits. So what I really wanted to do was Shield of Faith myself, but I needed more HP before. Because I felt like it still hit me.
For 12, so 9.
Fuck.
I was gonna say, don't worry, it only does like 12 damage turns.
And then it's going to try and
Per
claw
attack.
at you. But that's a 10, so that's going to miss.
Yes!
Thank God.
Disadvantage works on that one.
Just 2 more.
You can do it, Rico. Bob and weave. Bob and weave.
It then becomes the other owlbear's turn. And he's going to send one attack at each of you. As it tries to bite out at Rico. With, no, not disadvantage, not this one. Now then, wait, 17. It's going to miss.
Hey, hooray.
And then it tries to claw at Katya. Yeah, for 26.
Well, that'll do it.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I wanted to save it for the big guy, but...
No, that's fine.
And you will take 15 slashing damage.
Just a little bit.
How is this one that we've been hitting look?
The one you've been hitting looks pretty bad. Like, it's not about to just drop dead, but there are some serious wounds on it.
That girl hits hard.
The one that had
You
disadvantage doesn't make a
think?
con save.
Yep, that's right.
Oy.
As much as I'd like to
There
just
it
have
is.
it be blind.
Welcome to the Attlefield
Hey,
Sound.
Don't say that.
that is a 19.
Yeah, he's not blind anymore.
Alright.
Aw.
Big guy's not blind anymore. And Kesta.
Yep.
Rico
Fireball.
continues to get the crap beat out of him.
Did you say fireball?
I said firebolt at,
Oh,
the,
yeah, fireball.
Centered right around all of you.
at the same one.
Why don't we start with that?
She's an evocation sorcerer.
That's so good.
Well, there's a meta magic that lets you do the same
Yeah.
thing.
Careful.
Careful spell.
Firebolt at that one. Same one. Oh, yeah, that's a 8.
That'll miss.
So I'm gonna quicken a spell.
We're so good today.
Firebolt again. Will a 10 hit?
No. 10 will not hit.
They want
2
you to,
firebolts
they
just
want you to faint.
over top of it.
Kesta, we're trying to kill the bears.
I've been working on it.
That'll bring it to the baby's turn.
Oh, right. I forgot about you delightful creatures.
And it's going to turn its attention towards it, the big one that's surrounded by the big ones. And try and attack at the metal man.
The metal man.
He's shiny.
So he strikes out. That's going to miss. He just seems to like put a claw on the boot and then just pull it away awkwardly. Look up at you roaring.
Oh my goodness, they're so cute.
That's cute.
And Katya.
Brand.
Alright, Mama Bear, you need to stop trying to kill me, thanks. Claw. Keep white, claw more. Oh my god. 17?
Hit.
For 5?
These things are not like terribly difficult to hit.
Just gotta roll higher than 2. Well, that's my last key point.
Anything else?
No. No.
Rowan.
But I'm gonna do it.
Isn't your AC like 22 right now?
It's like 21. I'm gonna attack White Bear.
Okay.
Get up in here, please.
Natural 20.
There we go.
Flame. So the big brown one's gonna take 5. And the white one's gonna take 15, 18.
Thank you.
Is there a point where blade singers get to add their intelligence to their damage?
Yeah, when I'm like level 17.
Do you take a moment to consider it, then sneak around to the side, leaping up, piercing out with your rapier, watching it go straight through the thick hide of the neck area of this creature as it roars out towards you, and then you watch the life fade from its eyes.
Thank you, Rowan. At least you know you're supposed to kill the bears. This one's been petting him.
Why?
I tried.
And then I'm going to move back behind it.
Okay.
And Bird is gonna go.
Alright.
Go get your birdie friend. Go get him.
And that'll bring it to the baby. And the baby's going to attack.
Yeah.
Flying out at Katya,
Hello.
and then missing.
Oh, thank goodness.
It just leaps out, but you manage to step to the side as it pounces where you had been. Rico.
Now, Rico's going to swing out at this other one. He has no other choice but to hope it dies before he does. 17 plus things.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to use my last spell slot. Yeah, screw it. I'm just going to smite it. Actually, I don't know if you guys have potions left, so I'm not going to smite it. Just be a normal attack. But I still have that thing where I get an extra d4. For 8 damage.
Crack into the side of it. Very large, thick frame of the owlbear. It gets a clear response of pain from it, though the fury in it becomes instantly. Anything else? Nothing?
No.
That'll bring it to its turn.
Oh god.
Alright. It's going to bite out at Rico.
You would have been much better.
And a
You're not wrong.
21 to hit.
Yeah, because that would have not hit me if I should
For max damage.
Oh my god,
of
just-
Yeah.
15, so 12.
We don't know.
Oh my god, just...
As it bites into you, you try to shield it off, but forces in by you, piercing into your chest.
I would have to have rolled max on my cure wounds in order to not fall unconscious.
As you then fall unconscious, bleeding out. The owlbear then turns back in a swiping motion with its claw towards you, Rowan. Natural
26.
Aw.
Like one of the only things that you can roll that I cannot.
Oh.
Shield out of. Oh.
Okay, maybe not that bad. $21 slash.
Not that bad, but for
The first
2/3 of
roll
your
was
health.
bad, and then the second roll made up for it.
I'm trying to figure out if I should try to stabilize it. I'm not trying to.
2/3 is like.
Almost unexpecting of the swipe, it catches you full on, slamming and gutting almost into your midsection as it swipes you to the side.
Hellish Rebuke, do it.
That's like 4/5 of my health.
It roars, turning back towards you.
Where'd you begin
Casta.
owlbears?
Yeah. Magic missile, the big one.
Alright.
Okay, it's better at least. So 5, 7, yep, 10.
3 darts spark off, slamming into it, drawing its attention over its shoulder momentarily away from Rowan as it roars back at you.
Quicken another spell.
All
Try
right.
to firebolt it. Will a 15 hit
Yeah.
for max damage?
Another 10.
Those weighted dice
You
are
can
doing
slam
wonders.
into it. It now takes a step to the side, almost turning back towards you. And the baby's up. Let's see, does the baby...
Hello.
Starts eating Rico.
I
There's a
say,
chance of it.
Oh,
It is exactly what the baby is supposed to do. Something's placed dead by it, by its parents. Eat it.
I mean, it's dead parents next to it.
Yeah, but it knows not to eat its
I know.
parents.
But
It does.
instead, it's going to continue to strike out Katu
That's fair.
as it wants to play with its food. $18.
That'll do it.
It claws out at you for 5 slashing damage.
Not down yet.
Another deep cut across your calf and knee area. And then you're up.
Okay. What kind of an action is it to just drop my entire bag of rations?
I mean, if you're just like,
Like it's tied to my belt, essentially. I just want to.
if
Not
you're
trying to
just,
throw it or
literally
anything, just drop
dropping
it, yeah.
And it's all you have in that bag
Yeah.
is that.
Yeah.
That's a free action.
Okay.
You
Like
just,
I pull the thing so that it
pull
just
it so it
falls down
falls.
on the ground. Look, neat. So if I wanted to stabilize him, it'd be a medicine check. But
Yes.
if I fail, it will be bad for him.
It'd be 2
Yes.
death fails.
It's 2 death fails.
Yes.
Oh, that's not good. And I'm not trained in this skill at all.
You did just become more wise.
I did just become more wise. How much do I trust my dice?
You don't.
I don't. They haven't been doing good things for me. Can I step into the space that he's in, like stand over him
I mean,
if he's laying prone on the ground?
technically, but it'd still be the same thing as squeezing into an area, really.
Okay, so I can't stay there.
Because it's not like you really have adequate footing or anything for while there's still a battle going on.
Fair. Can't just stand on you. I don't really know what to do here. I gotta be honest. I don't have any potions. Alright, I'm gonna yell out, does anyone have any way of healing Rico? And then I'm gonna hold my action to try to medicine check stabilize him if they both answer no.
Okay.
Because otherwise I don't know how to save you.
Rowan.
No! Blur.
As he says that, and it suddenly becomes harder to keep track of.
And then Bird comes in, cacao, and goes back out.
Okay.
Please go distract those babies. They're going to kill me. Come on, little.
He wanted the babies.
Anything else?
That's what I got.
We'll bring it to the baby's turn.
I said if it worked. If
Baby's
not.
going to attack Akatu.
What? You don't want the nice bag of meat? Come on, guys.
They want to play with their food.
Day 15.
Haha, that misses.
And another close call as it swipes in at you. You manage to avoid it. And Rico.
Nope, that's a fail.
So now if you fail your thing, you kill him.
I don't know that though. Like in character.
And Owlbear.
Come get, baby.
There's still attention on you, Rowan, so it's going to strike out at disadvantage.
Heck yeah, it is.
And that is a 19.
Good.
So as it strikes in at you, you just managed to avoid it using your specialized maneuvers. And actually, I guess I'm gonna try again. If even worse.
Why don't you just learn Blur?
Katia.
I'm catching.
Oh no, Kesta.
Kill them babies.
What's your answer?
Just imagine they're seals. Club them.
As I'm running in, I'm going to firebolt the big one.
Alright.
You have a stand.
20 will hit.
Yep. You do have advantage.
Oh. A 20 will hit.
Yep.
For 5 damage.
Okay. Looking pretty beat up, but still holding on.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to hold out my potion.
Oh, thank
on me.
Present it to
To Katia.
Katia.
And then I'm going to leave next turn.
Alright.
Can I stabilize him with that as my held action? Worth a try. I just need to not die before.
And that'll bring it to the baby. The baby.
What's your HP right now? Oh God.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Going to strike out at Katia
Oh boy.
with a 16.
16 misses.
Do not preemptively try to kill me.
Don't get excited about us dying.
As it strikes out again, you feel it almost connect, though just avoided on the back
Just
of
need to
you.
get that potion, but that Rico.
Luckily they
And
have
then you're up, Katia.
Fantastic potion, Rico.
As you grab it, pouring it down his throat using your bonus action and action,
Yup. 6, 8.
8.
you suddenly start spitting up the last remains of it from your mouth as it brings life
No,
back
no,
to
keep
you.
it in. You keep all that in there, Rico.
And a little bit of blood, you know. He's no longer unconscious.
He's still prone.
I can't move or anything because if I take a hit, I will go down. So yeah, pretty much just done there.
Just keep these right here.
Ruin.
Try to nudge the food at the babies. Come on, guys, look, there's food in here. Look in there.
I would like to stab at the large one. I'm going to booming blade it, just in case it moves. Fuck. So I think that's a 13.
Hit.
Are
Oh!
you trained in medicine?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Just barely hits.
For 10 damage.
Nice.
It's looking real rough now as you stab into it again. Another section of blood pouring down its feather-like hair.
Bird comes in, calls out.
Anything else?
Nope.
Bring him to the baby.
Hi.
The baby's got 2 people it could possibly try and eat on.
Oh God.
But it's going to try and eat on Katia.
Oh God. Disadvantage.
Thank you, Rico.
From the ground.
There's a good chance.
Pull her away.
Okay, neither of those are going to hit. Yep, as it bites in, you again just kind of roll to the side and just throw your shield arm weakly there as it bites at the top of your shield.
We can make this big owlbear move.
And you're up,
Bird its
Rico.
babies.
Do I still have my channel divinity going?
Anything that needs concentration,
It doesn't need concentration.
just do it and it remains active.
You can use your channel divinity as a bonus action to guide your attacks. For 1 minute, your weapon attacks score a critical hit on a 19 or 20.
Yeah.
So, was the advantage used on the big bird yet?
No.
No.
I'm going to stand up and swing down at the big bird.
Alright.
That is a 19. It's a crit. I'm
Nice.
using my last spell slot to smite.
Alright.
Please kill them.
So that is. I don't have the extra d4. Where is another d8? Is that it right there? Yes. This will be the bludgeoning damage first. 11, 16 bludgeoning damage. And the radiant is 15, 20 radiant damage.
As your shield arm goes out, preventing the attack against Katia, you then roll back to the other way, using all your momentum and the same bit to stand up towards your feet as you smash out, connecting with the side of the hip. You instantly hear it crack as the entire back end of the large creature shifts a few inches as it roars out looking back, but its whole back end seems to go paralyzed as it falls, roaring, swiping around angrily, and then falling unconscious and dead.
Good
Okay,
job.
go.
Fine.
Rico, we're still in issue because tiny people are trying to eat me.
Then I turn towards the tiny ones and just raise the hammer.
They don't seem to understand.
I know they don't, but I can't make another attack, so I'm not notified it.
I accidentally just killed Kesta.
Oh god. Cass is like, I haven't taken any damage.
I went to erase its health and erase yours instead.
Oh no.
She just vanishes.
What's happening to me?
She just got dusted.
You also have better spells than I do. And
Alright, after that, it is Dead Kesta.
Dead Caster's turn. Undead Fortitude, do it.
I'm going to take this attack of opportunity.
It will take it as well. Hey, that's gonna hit. That's a 24.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
Oh, it's been my no, it's too late now. Never mind.
D6
Yeah, I could have given it disadvantage.
for 8 slashing.
Now she did damage.
Actually, you know what? It's better that I don't. I'll save it for you.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to yell to get away from the babies, and I'm going to hold my action to cast sleep at 2nd level.
Over top of them.
Whatever this area is to get. Rico, no!
You're still a little drowsy on his feet.
So that it gets like this area, so that if I'm holding it if Katya moves, or if she decides not to move, I'm just gonna drop it.
Yeah, then they'll have advantage on you.
Alright.
Oh, yay.
That will bring it to the baby.
There's a
Baby
good
has
chance
2
Katya
people
will
to
be
attack.
unconscious anyway.
Yeah, if she goes unconscious, I'll also.
It's going to attack at Katya.
Disadvantage.
At this point, it might just be better if you go unconscious.
I know. As long as someone can...
Disadvantage is going to miss with the 15.
Hey.
Ooh.
Oh, actually, less than that. I was looking at the wrong.
As long as it misses,
So for that, Katya.
Okay, Katya is going to action disengage and kind of like I'm gonna like nudge the food, like the bag, so like the food falls out, kind of thing. Like, shh, Rico, eat this. Just back away. Yeah, just straight back. And then Rico, let Kesta try her thing. If it doesn't work, we'll kill
who
her.
gets the reaction first, me or their attack of opportunity?
They don't get
Well,
one.
she used
I disengaged.
disengage, so.
Oh, okay, perfect then.
Yeah,
So what,
I wasn't chancing that.
7d8?
Alright, so 10, 18, 24, 27, 32 sleepness.
Sleepness.
Starting from the lower one.
I don't think either of them have been damaged.
I don't think so either.
But how much does a baby?
Yeah, that's a
Oh.
good question.
They're pretty.
Might get at least one.
As you cast it, that baby there falls asleep. That one does not.
Alright, we killed the one that's not
Sleeping.
asleep.
Yeah, so I'm like, he's gonna hit that one because he's got advantage and auto crits and.
Aaron.
Anything else? Well, that was your
Another
reaction.
reaction.
Rowan. You've watched one of the babies fall asleep, vanishing behind the form of the large corpse of its dead
Are
parent.
we killing them? Are we capturing them to domesticate? What are we doing here? I'm going to move up behind. Let's see.
Seriously, you guy?
We got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Doing some
Yeah, we'll go
parkour
right
over
here.
the dead bodies of their parents.
And I'm just gonna hold my action to attack whichever one of them attacks. If somebody attacks one, I'm gonna attack that one.
Oh yeah.
You really don't need
Bring
both
it
of them.
to the still awake baby. Still awake baby.
Come
You want
get
the
the baby.
food. You know you want the food. Nobody's attacking. Please eat the food.
As you all watch this happen, the baby owlbear seems confused by the magical attempt. And then you see it look back towards the one that falls asleep, as it then watches Rowan come walking around and dives out at him.
Come get the baby. Nat 20.
22.
I shield
Shield
No,
a
baby.
baby out. And it jumps at you. You throw your arcane shield up, and the scratches along your ankle don't happen.
I know they do at least 6 damage, and that is not something I can afford to take.
6 is like a little, like half their
Yeah,
average.
it's like
Half their average.
As I said half, and then realized that was wrong. So it's,
I thought you said 6 was half their average. I'm like, they do more damage than the big ones? What?
I know she took 6 damage from one
Yeah.
time, so I'm just like,
That's how they get you. Cute small
bring it
package.
to
I prefer
Rico.
life.
Rico's turn. I'm going to step between the two of them.
Alright.
He's going to attack the one that's just attacked him.
Alright.
I'm going to attack the one that just attacked me then.
Does a 12 hit?
Yes. Just barely.
Got
I
a 9.
just realized I was doing my math wrong. I've been adding 6 the whole time. I needed 7 because my strength went up. For 10 damage. Did you miss?
Oh yeah.
You smack into it. The thick form of it, though much smaller, gets slammed heavily into the ground, though it picks itself up and much more instantly fearful and in pain roars chirpishly out at you again, though you can tell you seriously wounded
I
it.
shout at it, enough! All like alpha like.
he's gonna
Can
sternly.
I try to persuade it into not attacking anymore?
You can try an animal handling.
I'm going to try and animal handle it so it doesn't attack anymore. It's a 17.
Alright.
Pretty good.
Rico becomes the one who has the owlbear pet.
Kesta.
We brought nothing to capture these things.
What are you talking about? We have 50 foot of hempen rope.
I don't care. The one that's still awake, I'm just gonna step aside and firebolt it.
No. Oh, right after you just got it to like.
Possibly got it too.
I mean, yeah.
Actually, if I can, I'll hold my action to firebolt it. I might. Well, I guess I'm sure I would notice.
So you heard
Rico.
him say it.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of step aside and I'll ready it. If it doesn't listen and attacks, I'll shoot a firebolt at it.
Katya.
Katya doesn't feel so great, but I'm gonna walk up to the little guy there, pick up some of that food, and like try to animal handle it into calmly chilling for a second and not eating me or anyone else. Yeah, that's an 8.
Alright.
It attacks you.
But-
Shove food in its face and eat you.
I know, like, but hey, come on, you can do it, little
Slap it with
buddy.
some jerky.
Rowan.
I'm just gonna hold my action if it
You just
attacks
flex
me.
on it.
Yeah.
Alright, that'll bring it to its turn. And
What do you think, little
as
guy?
you hold the food out towards it,
It attach it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
looks around, and then strikes out at you.
Yeah, that
So
figures.
trigger and trigger.
Yeah.
15.
8.
We just don't want to kill a baby.
For
that's
11.
No.
You stab into the back of it, but it still gets its attack off, which
shit.
is going to be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, I'll do it. No.
For 8 slashing damage.
Yeah, I'm dead.
That's why I shielded.
Yeah.
That was near max. Pretty much max.
I go down. I got taken down by a baby.
It just lands on your legs as you fall to the
Oh.
ground, and it lets out a painful but victorious chirping roar.
So it's the baby's still up.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Rico.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the baby.
Stop.
This is just.
Hammer time.
That's right. That is a 22 to hit.
Oh.
4. 8 damage.
You then just line it up, bring your hammer down, slam it into the ground again. There's a heavy thud as it remains motionless. You watch blood start to pour out of its mouth. Anything else?
No.
Kesta.
Okay, we got about like 40-some seconds before that other one wakes up. Do we want to try to like grab it and get it away from its dead family? Do we have anything to capture it? I didn't think about that part.
Rope.
Somebody made a rope harness last night, but she's bleeding out. So.
What a nerd. We wouldn't want to harness anyways.
Oh,
Yes, you would notice that Katya is on the ground bleeding out.
Firebolter?
Yeah, now's the time. Everybody's hurt at 20.
You'd actually have disadvantage.
Just
That is
finish
how
her,
you
right?
work. Only against.
I wasn't gonna firebolter. Tell me, do you trust me? I roll pretty well, I know.
I'm unconscious. I don't get a say.
Kester just comes up and punches you right in the face.
Wake up!
I go up and look at her motionless body.
What wrong? What wrong with her?
I can't bring it to myself to
This is an old orc remedy.
roll a plus
can't-
0 medicine
You
check.
can't start just poking and
A plus
prodding.
zero. You were going to roll a plus 0 medicine check?
I'm not gonna roll that.
Oh.
Because don't you have to hit like a 20 or something?
Oh, no.
No, medicine
no.
10 to stabilize.
Yeah, just
Oh,
10 to stabilize.
okay.
But if you fail,
It's,
if you get
uh,
a 9 or lower, it's 2 death figures.
I like those odds.
So it's either stabilize or nearly.
Logan, I like you. Please don't roll.
Yep, not doing it.
Alright, that'll bring it to sleeping baby. So Katya.
Oh right, yes.
Don't tell us that way when I make the
It's just
roll.
not good. It's not a 1, but it's not.
Alright.
It's a good thing you didn't have me roll for that, because
No pressure.
extra
Rowan.
good. Somebody scout her. Yeah.
No.
No. Quick to say no.
I'm sure she'll be fine. I'm going to take my rope and start tying up the baby owl bear, like hog tie it,
Alright,
kinda. I guess.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
All right. This dice seems reasonable. Yeah, that's 20 total.
You bind it up, though it's kind of awkward and small to really bind, but you do what you can. And Rico.
I am going to try to stabilize Katya.
Read the same plus.
That's
very-
got to be re-rolled.
That's
Please
very
tell me that's
cocked.
gotta be rolled because I don't like the number. That's
That's
It's very cocked.
Okay, good.
It's-
I don't believe it.
You want to come look at it before I move it? It definitely needs to be re-rolled.
It's way too much movement for me, so.
okay. It does look like it's cocked. Okay.
It's 14.
Alright.
Not
It was
10.
cocked between the 2 and the 18.
A very stressful moment as you begin maneuvering around open wounds, watching blood start pouring out, closing sections, trying to anything around banged up the deepest cuts. You stabilize her.
Just gonna lay here.
And then I turn around and just smash the fucking bird.
My bird?
Yes.
Yes, your bird. No, I don't. Just smash the owl.
It's like,
Oh,
Randall, no!
She's alive. She's,
I mean,
there
you
too.
she's
watched-
not dying.
You
Oh,
did
it's
watch
not
me
gonna
make
work.
that little harness last night. It's in my pocket. If you want it. Just so you know.
And then I sit down like,
Did I watch my
Yes, I
Probably
literally
did.
talked to you while I was doing it.
how big a Kesta?
Yeah, but Kesta's perception is 0, so she's probably.
I was like, I'm sitting right in front of
She
you
wasn't
talking about how this
Look
works.
at this.
She wasn't paying attention.
I don't
Streaming
see
it on
anything.
tarts.
I don't see anything.
Well,
I guess if I remember that, yeah, I'll try to rummage around on Katya's still unconscious body and grab the harness out and take it.
Alright.
it'd be on top of my pack, so the last thing I did.
You can get it
Oh.
fastened around it. And it may work as some means of allowing you to like tie things to it to harness it in place, but you're not 100% sure that this will really hold this creature.
Well, I mean, Rowan's already done
I've already
a good job.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you're also you won't even be able to really put the harness on it with how it's tied up.
Yeah.
I'll look at the harness, I'll put it back in her bag, and then I'll go and I'll pick up the owlbear.
What if we put the harness on
What is your strength?
Katya?
What is my strength? It's 16.
Okay.
She should know how it feels before we put it on the poor
Okay.
owlbear cub.
See, we don't have much time. Is this all we good? Can we-
Just grab the bear and run.
Rico, can you pick? Get ahead. Do we need to harvest? Is there anything we can harvest from owlbears? Do I know that?
I mean, they have a lot of meat on them, clearly.
What am I fucking even rolling?
Nature.
Oh, that's a 12.
Yeah, they're pretty meaty.
I lift Katya up and throw her over my shoulder, and then grab the other dead baby one. Like, I'm ready to go.
As soon as you reach down to start grabbing her, the tied up one awakens and instantly starts thrashing about in your arms.
No.
It's okay.
And it's going to
It's
bite
okay,
out at
baby.
you.
Yeah, I can still attack.
Yeah.
I set Katya down and the dead baby Albert.
That's gonna hit. That's a 22.
You need a muzzle. Kind of the
For
point of the
8
harness.
damage.
Ow.
As it just rears about and just bites right into your neck.
Ow.
So it starts tearing and thrashing about trying to free itself.
Just drop it.
It drops. And then as soon as it hits the ground, it frees itself from the bindings.
You're good at this.
I rolled a 20.
Oh no! My
Yeah,
prone body's
natural
laying
19.
there.
God.
No.
And
I have you.
As soon as
Oh,
it gets up,
okay.
it starts running away into the woods.
Oh, perfect.
No.
Then I pick Katya up, and the dead one's like, we going then? Oh, well, fuck it. That one's gone. We don't have to worry about it. I'm going to start harvesting meat from the...
I'm just going to let the little one go.
Just let me lay here.
Cassie can shoot it.
Well, I can too.
Then do it. What are you doing standing talking to me about it for? I can't shoot anything.
I don't know. We had a bunch
I
of
throw my
people
spear
that
at it. I missed. I
wanted to make little owlbear.
kill it.
Hasn't it suffered enough?
Kill it.
No, it just bit.
Kill it.
Its blood's just pouring down your shoulder.
How
It's
far away
just
did it run?
scared.
It got 50 feet.
I'm going to throw my spear at it.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot a firebolt at it.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes.
21.
Yeah.
Where's my d10s?
5.
10.
6 damage from me.
As the spear cuts into the side of it, firebolt slams into the back of it. It continues to run, laboring as it does so, another 50 feet away. And now you lose it in the thick forest.
That bear's gonna grow up and hunt us.
I knew this was a bad idea. Don't know why we even. Is my rope just like obliterated?
There's a section of it, maybe about 30 feet, that is still intact, but the section that got shredded, about 20 feet of it's torn into two smallest sections to really be useful for much beyond maybe just binding things in place, like wooden straps or something like that.
30 feet of hempen rope.
I'm unconscious. I tried.
You guys gonna go try and find it, or
No,
you're just gonna let it go?
it wins this day. Assuming it
it
doesn't
is
get
wounded.
slain
and a
by
baby.
something else.
Good chance
Maybe
it's
something else
so.
will just kill it. Maybe those badgers will come back.
Those badgers are dead.
Not all of them.
We don't know
Probably.
how many there were.
I'm
There
pretty
might
sure
have
we
been
killed
all-
all badgers in the wild.
Those 4. Those were the
I mean,
only
to be fair,
badgers
there's
in the
also
entire-
wolves around here. So maybe
We are
wolves will eat it.
just
Either way,
there.
check out these feathers I pulled out of this thing.
very, very neat, Rico.
In my bag.
I've never eaten owlbear. Is it good? Do you think it's good?
That's a good question. I'm going to try harvesting some
Me too.
from the big,
Roll survival checks.
big one.
That's packed.
I got a 12.
It would
Mine
have
was
been
almost a nat 20, but it was too cocked to really judge, so I had to reroll and got a 12.
Yeah, I got a 5.
You go about less so really harvesting and more just cutting, hacking sections of fat and muscle away. But eventually get, from the two of them, you each going at it. You get 14 pounds of owlbear
good.
meat.
Rowan disappears for some reason.
So, yeah, I put the meat that I found and the like feathers and stuff that would have come off it, and put it in my bag and pick up Katya. You guys ready yet? I start walking back off towards the actual camp that we have. I know where that's at.
And so you head off back out of the forest, going to find some means of a location to let Katya rest, though it's still, you guys have only been awake for maybe 3 hours today, so it's
She only needs an hour until she gets a hit point back, and then we can just go walk on down.
you then go back to about the area, well, you go back to where you set your previous camp, which is about 2 hours backtracking.
No, so we're far enough away from the...
You just go
This.
back to the open area
Yeah.
outside the forest.
Yep.
And as you break the forest line, being able to see the path that serves as the main road, maybe another 60, 80 feet away, that's where we'll end tonight.
Oh my god. I'm not dead.
You're not.
Very, very close, but not dead.
Guess I can go ahead
One
and
con.
A little bit earlier. But it's going to be after level 5.
Thank you everyone for watching and joining us, whether you're watching it live or on YouTube afterwards. Another interesting, enjoyable experience with you all. I hope you all enjoyed it. And we'll see you here again next week for more misadventures of the notable Nobodies.
So far, all it's been has been misadventures.
Thanks,
See,
everybody.
we are aptly
Like,
named.
we actually haven't done anything worthwhile other than like the bridge incident. And even that, I feel like we kind of cocked that one up too.